Here we go. Okay, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Underground Sports Pod. It is me, Jeffrey Manel. Along with me, as always, is Austin Yoden and De'Aaron Yoden. And yeah, looks like we're just gonna get right into it. So, no, yeah. So I mean, yeah, we can get right into it.
Let's go.
So okay, so we all know DeMar DeRozan is now on the Bulls. Alex Caruso is now on the Bulls, and Lonzo Ball. Did you hear about? I saw it on ESPN. Woj himself posted it on Instagram, and I saw the ESPN notification pop on my phone that Miami Heat and the Bulls are in talks of a trade to send Lonzo Ball to the Heat and Kyle Lowry over to Chicago because DeMar and Kyle Lowry want to meet up. So yeah, supposedly Lonzo's supposed to go to the Heat, and yeah. So I thought it was crazy because it's like, why sign the young man for a lot of money and then want to trade him? Yeah, it kind of the same thing, both sides. But I mean, Kemba and not Kemba. I keep saying Kemba. DeMar and Kyle Lowry both wanted to meet up this offseason. We saw a lot of talks about LA. We saw them both going to New York and stuff like that. But then, obviously they both had two different decisions. But in the end, they could still end up together if the trade goes down. But yeah, I just think it's dumb.
Would it just be player for player? Do you think there would be picks involved?
There'll probably be picks involved, but I mean, I'm mad at Miami that okay, so they brought Duncan Robinson, but ain't Duncan Robinson like 26 or 24 or 25, something like that? So I mean, he's young, but he's not like as young as Precious Achiuwa and had the upside Precious Achiuwa, and they traded him away, which I thought was the dumbest thing ever. And now, in this trade, yeah, I mean, they're gonna get youth back in Lonzo, but they're probably gonna have to give somebody else up too, because the Bulls didn't pay him that amount of money, they didn't give him up for Kyle Lowry.
Did you see that Goran Dragic said that his preferred destination is not Toronto? He said he has a better future in mind. So
Yeah.
He said he's not even going to report to the Raptors after getting traded there for the
Yeah.
in the
Another big thing about players is I don't know if you guys seen Ricky Rubio's like amazing Olympic performance. I think he averaged like 33 points per game throughout the Olympics, and I think he dropped he almost had the record in points against Team USA whenever Spain played USA, and yeah, so he had an amazing Olympic run, and the Cavs traded for him this offseason, like before he played the first Olympic game. So if you're the Cavs, are you excited to see that this man is getting buckets, even though it's the Olympics? But I mean, he's getting buckets, and I mean, the USA team had an amazing defensive roster. They had Draymond Green, Bam Adebayo.
Because he's not going to start. Darius
Yeah,
Garland's going to be number
well,
one. He's going to come off the bench.
Yeah, but I don't know about that there in Cleveland, because I think Cleveland's trying to they got to do something new. They know this. Darius Garland, to me, he's not the point guard for him. He would be a good guy if he does come. If Ricky Rubio starts, you put him next to Colin Sexton, help Colin Sexton scoring. Ricky Rubio help everybody else on the floor get buckets. If your starting lineup is Ricky Rubio, Colin Sexton, Okoro, then you got Mobley and Jared Allen. They can do something better. And they got Darius Garland, a scorer off the bench. You got Cedi Osman to score off the bench. You got these guys come off the bench to score. That, to me, that's the best option. They had a passer with the ones. So yeah, because I feel like Ricky Rubio has always made all his teammates better in every scenario. So
yeah, I mean, Ricky Rubio's a good facilitator. He's really a weird player.
The only downside to Ricky Rubio, in my opinion, is he is 30 years old.
right, yeah, but
He's up there.
But 30's not
But-
bad.
okay. Chris Paul was older than that when he went to hold on. Chris Paul was older than that when he went to OKC, and Chris Paul and Ricky Rubio got the same exact game. They got middies and they passed the ball. I'm not saying Ricky Rubio is on the same level as Chris Paul. I'm not saying that, but as far as gameplay, like game style, same exact game. So and we've seen in the past, Ricky Rubio has improved a ton of teams when he was there.
Yeah, I mean, like, he had that one game in Minnesota where he had 10 assists in the first quarter.
Yeah, and like I'm pretty sure I saw something crazy that I don't think it was I think I saw it like last year in 2020 that it was like throughout 2018 2019 he always had a above, like basically a positive plus minus throughout his career or something like that. But I think he finally had a negative one like this season. But still, so it's like
he was the fourth pick in the 2008 NBA draft, but he didn't debut in the NBA until 2012.
right. Yeah, so I mean,
That hurt.
Because when you think, in my opinion, when you think of the Cleveland Cavaliers, they have a lot of youth and a lot of young talent. So it would be smart to bring in the veteran, but I don't know.
well, it depends how you look at it. it's crazy because the average age for the Cavs actually isn't that young because they have old ass Dellavedova on the roster and old ass Kevin Love. So they're actually not that young, but they are pretty young.
Like 28.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I get what you're saying. But here's the thing. Do you know how young the Lakers were in 2018? We were young.
Eddie's like 27.
Yeah. Do you know how young the Lakers were in 2018? We were the youngest roster in the NBA.
Yeah.
Then 2019, LeBron came, and then now we're the oldest team in the NBA this season in 2021. Like literally, this team. We're a championship team in 2012, but this year, we don't know. We brought all the old heads back that want to try to get it done together. I don't know how this is gonna work. If they play how they play, if everybody play how they played last season, it'll work. But regression sets in. I mean, there's 35, 36 years old, so I don't know if we're gonna get the same thing from last season when all these guys are sharing the ball. Because most of these guys were like seventh men who were in there with rookies, so obviously like they were averaging 15, 10 points, stuff like that. But then you put them in with LeBron James and Russell Westbrook and AD, how good are they? How many points are they actually going to get for you? Like Wayne Ellington, and that's a guy that everyone's expecting to be. I mean, he's a 40% shooter, but I mean, how well is he going to do? Because we saw other guys. Ben McLemore's been a knockdown shooter his whole career. He was decent whenever he played now offense. So it was like, what can you really do? So.
See, another thing with Melo is the Melo signing. If they could get Olympic Melo, the Lakers will have a great shot. And Melo's never. That's why everybody ever since 2008, everybody was talking about when is LeBron and Melo going to team up because LeBron is a ball dominant player, and Melo when he plays off ball spot up.
Yeah, he's a way better player. Yeah.
He could be a dangerous shooter.
Look. I mean, let's be honest.
Still got that in him. What, 37?
Right. Yeah. Let's look at his comeback. Look at his comeback. So after New York, he felt the face of the earth. He tried to come back with Houston, and Houston didn't at that time didn't have no passers.
OKC. Remember, he got traded to OKC.
Yeah. No. I'm saying when I think OKC, I thought he went to Houston, then OKC. I thought Houston. I thought
he got traded from the Knicks to OKC.
Oh no, I don't know because my thing. I remember when he was on OKC during his comeback, he wasn't that terrible of a player. He actually was playing good because he had a pass on Russell Westbrook with him. He wasn't New York Melo, but he wasn't the Melo we saw in Houston when with James Harden and those guys. That wasn't really the team for him. He couldn't fit in. He couldn't find his spot. So he was terrible, and that's why we never saw him again. But the Thunder one showed flashes. I mean, obviously everybody knew he was good off ball. In Nuggets days, and then the Olympics he showed it, and then New York we didn't see too much of it because there was no real ball dominant player besides himself on New York. Every other basically the Knicks built that team for Melo to win a championship. Every single player on that team, and Amon Shumpert, J.R. Smith, every single one of those players played good off ball. I mean, Amon Shumpert and J.R. Smith both won rings off ball. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm not saying that was a championship team, but that team was.
They built that team in the hopes that Melo could take them to a championship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that that team was built for Melo to be the star. Basically, he was able to do his low post, his high post. He was able to do his ISOs, and he had shooters and defenders. Because we all know Melo can't play defense. So they had every single player on the court also could play defense and shoot the ball for him. It was kind of 50. And to me, good roster. Wasn't one of the best we've seen, but it was a pretty solid roster. Then, you move him to the comeback with Portland when he didn't have to do too much with the ball. He got to just spot up. How many game winners he hit with Portland in the playoffs? Or just in general throughout the season? A million. Melo really had an amazing comeback, and I think that's why we see him signing with a team that's looking to win a championship. If this was 3-4 years ago, the Lakers wouldn't have just picked him up and said, yeah, let's go win a championship. But it's the fact that he had an amazing comeback, showed he could be a great off-ball player, and Melo showed much. Obviously he's 37, 38 years old, so he has to show maturity, but maturity in the fact that he doesn't care about minutes. You know what I mean? Early in his career, he cared about, obviously he was a star, he cared about minutes a lot, but for him to come back, I remember the problem with him in OKC was the fact that he was I'm not a six man. I've never been a six man before. In OKC, he had a problem with that because he didn't want to come off the bench. He wanted to be the number 2 guy or the number 1 guy. That's all he wanted to do.
Melo was the top dog, the biggest market in the NBA, and then gets traded to a small market team.
But that team, I swear, if Melo would have been half defense, that team would have been good because that was Oladipo, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and himself. But I think Oladipo was obviously hurt. But
I don't
still,
know though. I don't know. I don't know how much damage they would have done because one, that would require Russell Westbrook to win a playoff series without
right.
Kevin Durant, and two, you would have had to at least, at the minimum, beat the super
No, no,
squad.
no. I'm not saying that was championship, but I'm saying that team could have been really, really good. I'm saying that team could have made to the West Conference Finals and things like that because you saying without KD, but Paul George and Melo and a healthy, Oladipo would score more than what KD averaged, so they'll be just fine, But yeah, obviously stuff happened, and Melo had, issues. Like I said, he wasn't mature at the time. He wasn't mature by his minutes. Then we saw him in Portland. He will see him start in one playoff game. The next playoff game, he won't get in the game to the end of the second quarter and play a little garbage minutes at the end of the second quarter. Then other games, you'll see him coming right off the bench. Like, his minutes varied, and from the public eye, he didn't have a problem with it. Obviously, we don't know if he did or not, but to us, it was no Twitter things. There was nothing that went on that said he had it like it did when he was at OKC. He had a problem with it. So
now let's talk about my boys. Let's talk about my boys for a minute. So we got a nice little roster, but our roster is so kind of just off right now. So we got right now the projected starting lineup for the Wizards is Spencer Dinwiddie, Bradley Beal,
mm-hmm.
Roy Hachimura, Kyle Kuzma, and Montrezl Harrell.
Yeah, but that's one of the shortest lineups, so it's tough. But good scoring.
Lineup.
Yeah, scoring you gonna get it because Spencer Dinwiddie 6'5" point guard. That's on a tall. That's not like, oh my god, he's 6'7" or 6'10", but he's a taller point guard. So that's a good decent height. Then you got an average height shooting guard 6'3", and then you have a 6'8" small forward normal, 6'10" power forward, but doesn't really rebound or body nobody up. He's more of just a spot up shooter in Kuzma. And then you have a center that does nothing but rebound. Like, I mean, he's 6'7", but he can rebound the hell out of the basketball. So, but scoring in, you're not gonna see too much. Yeah, I mean,
we got a nice look, but the scary thing is we have really one piece for the future that's been flaky throughout his whole career. Well, at least recently, in Kuzma. I mean,
right.
He could be good,
well,
but he has.
Also, I mean, Aaron Holiday isn't that old, and I mean, he showed flashes of I mean, in college for UCLA, he was a dog. I mean, that's what got him to the league. He was an amazing point guard. But then he transferred to the league, and because Aaron Holiday was the point guard on Lonzo's UCLA team.
Yeah.
Like, Lonzo played the 2 on that team, and Aaron Holiday was the 1. And he showed flashes of being a knockdown shooter for Lonzo and for setting the team up and throwing the lobs to Lonzo. Like, he showed flashes of being a great point guard. That's what got him drafted. But then, to me, I think him, Thomas Bryant, and yeah, Kuzma, that's not the worst future in the NBA. It's not. But it's not the obviously it's not the best. It's not as good as with the Pistons
Roy
or
hasn't
the.
really panned. Roy so far hasn't panned.
Yeah.
I
think it's improvement this year. I think it's improvement this year.
Right, he's played well, but he hasn't stayed healthy. And I mean,
right.
he got like an infection or a disease last year that kept him out for a bunch. Just unlucky.
Right.
Danny Avdija was never a future piece. He was a spot up shooter.
Right, which can be a future piece though. If you
right, but he was drafted to be like a spot up guy. He was drafted to be our
Kyle Korver. Yeah,
kind of like a Korver, but I'm not thinking. I'm thinking
no.
Because he's a big dude. He's like a forward. He's not a guard.
Like Kevin Love. Like rebound, knock down shots.
Like a Cavs Kevin Love. Like
yeah.
Cavs Kevin Love.
Like don't do nothing else for me, but shoot the ball and you can rebound a little bit. That's kind of yeah.
We got a great steal in Thomas Bryant.
Yes.
Shout out to the Lakers. Perez was there. He's there for a body right now, but he's not a future piece, and he's he's worth a lot. I mean, he's gonna get paid a lot of money.
Right.
Hold on. What happened?
I accidentally hit unmute and hit hang up.
But like, and then you got Brad, he's 27. I mean, he's still young, but you got to get rid of him. I'm about to say it. He's a championship winning 2 guard on a non-championship winning team. As much as I love Bradley Beal, don't get me wrong, Bradley Beal is my favorite Wizard. I mean, like, I averaged 30 points per game. He's our only All-Star that made it to the team last year. After they got rid of John Wall, I went from number 2 to number 3, just an easy transition. But it's time to move on and just completely go get a future piece, because we're in the situation now where we draft Corey Kispert because we were a good enough team to make the playoffs, so we don't get a good lottery pick. but we ain't gonna win a championship. We're in the
Right.
worst position to be as an NBA
Yeah, it's just
franchise.
it's to me with the okay. So I'm just confused. Me and you on the same page with everything. Like the youth is not the worst youth in the league, but I mean it's. I mean, to me, it's in the teens. I'm saying it's in the teens. It out of the 30 teams, it's in the teens. You know,
We're not New Orleans Pelicans level youth, but
right.
we're not.
The Lakers. What the fuck you talking about?
You could go the
Well,
Lakers.
no,
I
but
would go the Lakers because they kind of just blew everything up. But we're not like.
Sacramento?
Man, I'm trying to think.
Now Sacramento.
San Antonio
Yeah.
level of youth where they got like DeJounte Murray and then kind of just random ass pieces.
But yeah, what I was saying was that, yeah, like I said, we're on the same page. I agree with you 100%. But it's like the front office is confusing the shit out of Jeffrey. He get confusing the shit out of me because don't get me wrong, Corey Kispert at that pick of a value, perfect. That's where he's supposed to go. That's his talent. That's where he's supposed to go. But to the Wizards, he's not supposed to go there. You guys needed to get. Like, to me, the best case scenario for the team, if you were going to keep a star, I know, like I said, to me, the Wizards are the biggest winner so far of the offseason because you picked up great value players and you got rid of a huge contract. But at the same time, the team you're building is for that guy you got rid of because to me, you need that slasher because you have all these fucking shooters around him. Like, you draft a shooter. You drafted 2 shooters back to back, you know, so.
Can Spencer be that slasher? He's never had that role opportunity to do that. I mean,
Yeah, but not really. He's like a.
He wasn't in his zone in Detroit. He goes to Brooklyn. He plays very well in Brooklyn, but D'Angelo Russell was the number 1 guy.
Right. Yeah.
They signed Kyrie, so then he kind of never got that role.
Right. Yeah.
Spencer Dinwiddie, he's a slashing player. Maybe
Right.
He can,
Well,
maybe,
it's
maybe our
like.
future is looking at him being that next slasher.
Right, but at the same time, I mean, he's not. Okay, he's not a slasher that can dunk on anybody. That's not his slashing game. He's not John Morant, but at the same time, yeah, he can get to the rim and finish. But to me, his mid range game is like no other. So yeah, like his pull up game is elite. He's not like Russell Westbrook. He can knock down 3, very efficient. So if he does have to play off ball to Bradley Beal, he's going to give you some buckets. So I love that pickup. I think he could be the slasher piece. But I'm saying get more of like you guys should have drafted like. I don't like. There was a million guys that could have been going at that you guys could have got that pick, but at the same time, yeah, it's like they're drafting to keep him. To keep Bradley Beal at this point because it's like they're drafting number shooters around him. Let the man that gets 60, 40, 50 consistently ISO up and go crazy, and you got all the good shooters around him. You know what I mean? So it's like.
Here's another problem. Like, it's all fine and dandy. I keep saying trade Bradley Beal, and we do need to trade Bradley Beal. We're at that point, but. If you look around the league, a team that's going to take on that kind of contract like a Bradley Beal, okay, there's not many teams that pieces would line up for a player's value like Bradley Beal.
Right.
I've been trying to scour my brain and think of a team that maybe you could work a deal with. The only team that can really come up to mind right now as of today is New York. Because you could maybe get like a RJ Barrett.
No, they're not giving that up though. You know, you gotta think like because like.
Well, for a Bradley Beal maybe because like Emmanuel Quigley, Julius Randle,
no,
Bradley
look,
Beal,
yeah.
Evan Fournier.
It's just like
maybe would do something like that because RJ's like the bottom tier of their list. Because like obviously Julius is 1, Emmanuel's 2. I think RJ's the 3rd guy. Maybe you could set something up there.
I'm be honest. New York would rather give you Obi Toppin and Derrick Rose before they'll give you, RJ Barrett in my opinion. Because like, yeah, right, yeah, no, yeah, of course not. But I mean, Derrick Rose doesn't fit. Give me y'all Derrick Rose is like, it's like when OKC when Boston gave what's it called? Gave Kemba. Speaking of Kemba, he's on the Knicks too, right? So he's a guy that's also on the Knicks now. So that's another guy on the Knicks that could be potential in a trade, depending on how they feel about him. But yeah, it's just like to me, the Wizards got to be smart about what they ask for because the worst thing is when you're in Philadelphia's shoes, you have a player that you would like to trade, you want to trade. It's different. Like when you need to trade a guy, like Orlando didn't get too much back for trading their 2 stars. You guys and just trading away Russell Westbrook got more than what Orlando's already got. So giving Bradley Beal away for fucking 2 first-round picks is more than what Orlando got for giving away their 2 stars.
There's no bad team because you only really want first-round picks from a team that's gonna be worth it. You're not gonna go, ooh, let me get 2 first-round picks from the Clippers. Knowing
Yeah.
the Clippers got a chance to get into the Western Conference Finals every year.
Facts.
But there's no bad team like that that's going to take on Bradley Beal's contract. He's getting $30 million a year.
Well-
not gonna be, the Sacramento's not going to be like, let me go grab Bradley Beal and give you 2 firsts. You know what I'm saying?
I think Memphis could potentially who you know they made the playoffs at 7 seed, but
yeah,
they're a team that's friends playoffs and friends off. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
who
it's
you grab there?
Oh,
Would you take
they-
Dylan Brooks?
no, they wouldn't give him. I'm saying they have a lot of youth pieces that they could move. Jaren Jackson needs to leave. He doesn't fit the team. Jaren Jackson will mean a lot to the Wizards. He'll be a big player to make big plays. I mean, what's his name? Oh, he went to Michigan State. He's the big man there. Xavier, shit, what's his last name? It's Xavier something, I think.
Is it Xavier Howard? No, that's
Nah,
We talking about
damn.
Tillman?
Nah.
Tillman. Xavier
Yeah, Xavier Tillman. So, yeah, you got him, you got Desmond Bane, who I think Desmond Bane is an easy 20 points per game scorer, especially with Dylan Brooks' role, I'm not going to say diminishing, but getting smaller to being more of a just lock-up player, and you put Desmond Bane in. Desmond Bane's going to average like 20 points per game this season. You can mark my words right now. And they got rid of, I believe, didn't they get rid of Grayson Allen? Well, I think they're talking to get rid of Grayson Allen, so that'll open up the door for him. But still, so I think you guys can get a lot of pieces from them, and draft picks will mean something from that team.
See, like the biggest thing is to get rid of Beal. It's gonna the way I'm mentalizing it in my head. It's gonna take 3 teams. It's gonna be a bad team that's gonna get picks. It's gonna be a good team that's gonna take on Bradley, and it's gonna be us that's gonna gain assets from the deal. And I know, and I would like to see Houston as the bad team that would obtain picks, because 1, they need a lot of picks. 2, they got a lot of they got a good like young pieces. Maybe like if they just drafted old boy from the G League.
Yeah, Jalen Green, Josh Christopher, Alperen, Sergun.
I keep saying Jalen Suggs and Jalen Green. I keep getting mixed up. But they just drafted Jalen Green. Maybe you could grab a KJ for
Nah, hell no.
I'm saying maybe.
He's number. Yeah, I know what I'm saying. He's number 2. Like literally, I know this for a fact. You can mark my words. By the end of the season, Houston's gonna get rid of either John Wall, Christian Wood, or Eric Gordon. What? No, two of them 3 are going to be gone. No, I'm saying 2 of them 3 by the trade deadline this season. Well, this upcoming season will be gone.
I wouldn't be mad at a Christian Wood either, because Christian Wood could give us a very
right. But
good
in my opinion, the worst thing y'all did was the Isaiah Jackson for Aaron Holiday was the worst thing y'all possibly did. The Pacers won the shit out of that trade because Isaiah Jackson is one of the. He's literally going to be like he's Jared Allen on defense, but has young DeAndre Jordan athleticism when it comes to lobs. So
you gotta look at it from our point though.
Y'all needed him way more.
Right, but no, because we have Thomas Bryant,
6'8".
Right, but listen to what I'm saying. We just got a deal like I think Trez has got like 80 mil. We got 2 power forwards that are we'll list them as power forwards, and Dani Avdija and Rui Hachimura.
But Aaron Holiday will have to get paid. Aaron Holiday's about to have to get paid. This guy is on a rookie deal because you just drafted him.
Oh, okay. You saying get paid? I thought you said compete.
No.
Still, like Aaron Holiday, we only have 1 guard on our team. Well, 1 guard. Aaron Holiday's the only other 1 guard that we have on our roster as of today.
Right, but still, once again, Goran Dragic is looking for pieces. There's a lot of point guards available on the free agency, a million of them.
Goran Dragic's not going to Toronto. He's not coming to Washington.
Yeah, I don't know, because you could pitch to him that they still got Bradley Beal. They picked up a 20-point scoring Spencer Dinwiddie. You know, they got young Kuzma. You know, he could go there.
Now, maybe that's a team that you can look at to make a deal for Bradley. Maybe we could grab like a Fred VanVleet, because that's kind of similar money-wise.
Right, but
maybe get a couple picks or something like that.
But at the same time, to me,
see Toronto trying to make that push for the playoffs.
Right.
And flipping like a Fred VanVleet, who hasn't really produced since he got that big deal. You still got Pascal, you still got OG, you still got Aaron
but
Payne,
at the same time, I'm saying that's bad for y'all. That's bad for y'all. You're getting another 27, 28-year-old for no reason. The best thing for y'all would be to get their youth. If obviously you're not gonna get Scotty Barnes, but to get OG Anunoby, to get Chris Boucher, or to get to get one of these young people. I mean, even Gillespie, the young big man that showed. Yeah, I liked him last season. He came out of nowhere and showed amazing defense that I love to see. So
now the number one team that I would like us to make a deal with, and this is gonna have to be a 3-team deal involved in here, but I would love us to make a deal with or get Orlando involved, because one of my top 5 favorite players in the league, Jonathan Isaac, would be absolutely phenomenal on
Right.
this roster. That would give us a big. That would give us a solid defender who's
Wait,
going to be a future defense.
A big, you know he's a small forward playing out of position, so he's a 3. Yeah, he's not a 5 or nothing like that. So
Yeah,
so
but
I'm saying he's not gonna be able to play the 5.
He's like 6'10".
Yeah,
I'm
but
saying, he's a
yeah,
big dude that's playing forward.
right, yeah. But you got same thing in Kuzma. He's 6'10" small forward.
But he's not a defender like Jonathan Isaac.
Right, I know. I'm just saying, but also Jonathan Isaac isn't a bucket, so it's like you're gonna get a guy on the court just for defense. You already got that in Harrell because Harrell's not gonna score.
We already
So
got a
that,
bucket.
you know what I'm saying? But right, well, no,
got-
if you take away Bradley Beal, that's not a playoff team. With Jonathan Isaacs, if your starting lineup is Spencer Dinwiddie, then whoever you put in at the 2, then you have Jonathan Isaacs, Kyle Kuzma, and then Montrezl Harrell. You got 2 guys on the court that's going to give you like about 10 points per game, if that, less than that. Then Kuzma, that's not going to be in the playoffs because they're going to be great. You're going to be a great defensive team, but on the offensive side, it's going to be a struggle.
Is it Jonathan Isaac doesn't give you 10 points per game because he hasn't got the opportunity to produce that because he's not.
He's a number 1 option on his team. No, he's number 1 option on his team.
I thought Markelle Fultz was number 1 option in
No.
Orlando.
No, Markelle Fultz averages like 12 points per game, so he's definitely another number 1 option. Number 1 option is Jonathan Isaac on the offensive end. He just doesn't get done. And also, he's playing out of position. They got him playing at the 4, which is not his forte. I mean, so, and also, the Orlando Magic is going through what worse than San Antonio Spurs, because San Antonio Spurs have players that play out of position but are cool with it. Wendell Carter Jr. ever since college has been complaining that he hates playing the 5. He hates it. But instead of putting Mo Bamba in to play the 5, they keep Mo Bamba as the 6th man, and they keep putting him in. But to me, I don't know if they'll give Jonathan Isaac, because that's the number 1 guy. This is the number 1 guy they're building their future around. So to me, if you do make a trade with Orlando, they'll give up Markelle or Cole Anthony before they'll give him up. But Cole Anthony would be a great pickup. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
If you could flip a Cole Anthony for Bradley Beal and some picks from Orlando, that's best case scenario.
Another team that I was thinking of that could possibly be doing something for Bradley is the Clippers, because, and this is only on the situation that Kawhi doesn't return.
He does return. He did return. Kawhi returned.
Did he?
100%. Yeah, he's on the team. Yeah. Yeah.
I was looking on Woj's tweets and I didn't see that he signed.
Yeah.
Or
He returned.
signed.
Hold on. I gotta go.
I was looking through his whole Twitter page and I didn't see nothing about Kawhi Leonard.
Scroll down until I find it. Well, hold on. Actually, I don't see it. But I could have sworn I saw it said, like, he's returning, but it didn't say the money. Like, basically that he's going to return. Let's see it.
I was looking at it, Jeffrey, and Jonathan Isaac, you weren't wrong. 11.9 points per game isn't the greatest points per game, but he only shot 6 field goals a game, but he still shot 2 threes and was a 34%
Wow.
three-point shooter.
I said
Right.
3 times.
Yeah, I don't
Which
think
is- that's
Cole.
not bad.
Right, but at the same time, the reason why, I'm saying, no, but still, like, hey, he could be terrible, but they're not good. They traded the Orlando Magic traded their best players away to make Jonathan Isaac the centerpiece of the future. So why trade centerpiece of the future for a guy older than one of their stars that they just traded away?
Right.
Right.
No, yeah, I'm saying if we did something with Orlando, it would have to be a 3-team deal.
Right, yeah.
And maybe even the Clippers might try and sneak in there because the Lakers sign in or trade for Westbrook. You got the big 3 in Brooklyn. Maybe the Clippers trying to acquire Bradley Beal. And maybe we can get like a Reggie Jackson because they just gave him a lot of money or something like that. But yeah, I just don't see a lot of destinations for Bradley, and it kind of puts us in that catch-22 spot because Bradley's max, like what do you call it? Max trade potential. He's at the peak right now because he just had the best season of his career. But there's not a team in the NBA that really is going to take on that deal or at least give us enough compensation in return that it makes us comfortable with trading it. Because you're not going to trade Bradley Beal for a second-round pick,
Right.
Because you just got to get rid of it.
Right.
You're going to trade.
But at the same time, okay, not really, not really no more, because it depends. As a fan of the team, you would pray that they do that. But when a player wants out, sometimes you don't get good deals. If you look at it, yeah. I'm just saying, okay, then for real, then I don't think they're going. I honestly don't think they're going to trade him, because teams could care less if the media is saying, "Oh my God, please get rid of him. We don't like he needs to go on." Like, no, they don't care because they want to win. They it takes like nuts to do what Orlando did. They gave away Vucevic, who literally took them to the playoffs every single year by himself. They gave away Aaron Gordon, who was a younger guy who had a bright future with him. They traded away Oladipo when he was at his peak, even though he was getting hurt. Traded away Tobias Harris when he was at his peak of performance. They traded him away. This is what they do to rebuild. So Washington, I don't think that their ownership is ready to really say, you know what, fuck it. We're never gonna be good in the playoffs. We're never gonna win. Let's just blow it up. I don't think they're ready to do that yet.
And see, and another thing is, like you said, or I think you said it, Jeffrey, but I definitely read it somewhere, that as soon as they traded Russell Westbrook, Bradley Beal said that he no longer wants out of Washington.
Right? Yeah.
He wants to stay. He just
Open
didn't
everything
wanna
up for
play with
him.
Westbrook. Yeah, he just didn't want to play with Russ. So once they traded Russ, he was like, nah, I'll stay. So he doesn't want out anymore. It's just in a situation where his potential, his trade value, trade value. I couldn't think of that word. His trade value is at its peak right now.
Right.
So you've got to capitalize on it. But there's not really a team right now that I can look at and be like,
Right, but
trade with that team
but
right
once
now.
again,
And
Vucevic and Aaron Gordon.
Player.
Yeah, Vucevic and Aaron
Like you
Gordon
said, it's
didn't.
not gonna happen.
Yeah, Vucevic and Aaron Gordon didn't want to leave. They wait, go ahead.
My only question is, you guys said that Bradley Beal's coming off his best statistical season, right?
Right.
How long was Russ and what?
Just that 1 year. Just that year. Yeah.
Just that year. So
Yeah.
he had his best year with Russ, but he didn't want to play with Russ.
Yeah, because some fact that Russell Westbrook has a lot of things around him. Russell Westbrook, he's never good in the playoffs. He doesn't give you the same thing he in regular season he gives you in the playoffs. That triple double shit does not exist in the playoffs. Russell Westbrook getting 20 points does not exist in the playoffs because do you not see what the Lakers did to Houston last season in the playoffs? Well, 2 seasons ago. Well, technically last season ago in the playoffs. Russell Westbrook one game had 3 fucking points, and LeBron James had 4 blocks in the first quarter, all on Russell Westbrook.
Switching completely
Like-
topic, and we'll go right back to this just real fast. Jeffrey, they got Team Wolf on Hulu now. They just put
Yeah.
I used to watch.
Yeah.
Anyways, back to what we were talking about. But yeah, like like
Okay.
Russ is the definition.
I don't know if you can
of a-
focus. Oh well, it says
Don't break your chair.
yeah, no, it says this NBA.com 21 free agency reports Kawhi Leonard finalizing a new contract with the Clippers. The terms of the deal being finalized for Leonard, who declined the player option 2021-22 season. So yeah, as of right now, he is finalizing the deal. So,
That's good. I wanted him to stay in LA.
But-
I mean, that's
but-
kind of the best
but
point.
here's the
But-
thing is, what I was gonna say is one thing before you go.
Oh,
That
go ahead.
the Clippers team, okay, they were number 2 in defense last season. Lakers were number 1. I don't know fucking how. But but once again, Lakers were number 2 in defense and not one. I mean, number 1 in defense. Not one player made any defensive team, which is stupid. But the Clippers were the number 2 team statistically on defense, and they just picked up Justice Winslow, and they're getting Kawhi back. So that's going to be the best defensive team in basketball, like 100%. So I just want to say that's a great pickup for them. A younger guy who can just strap up on defense. So I think that's clutch.
So, and De'Aaron, like Russell Westbrook is the definition of bust your ass, and then when it comes to playoff time, he's tired of the motherfucker and he can't go. Like Westbrook.
What?
Will,
I want to say that.
is the
Look,
perfect.
Russell
example.
Westbrook.
I love Russ.
No, okay.
But when it comes to the playoffs, his gas tank is empty because he uses all his shit in the regular season.
No, okay. I want to say I would say Russell Westbrook's in the narrative that we had Giannis in before this season. A player that during the regular season you don't scheme. You just go out and you play the Bucks. Whenever you play against Russell Westbrook's team, you Russell Westbrook can do his shit. But when you get to scheme Russell Westbrook, you force him to shoot. Like it's playoff basketball. Russell Westbrook is good in a fast game. Think about the Thunder. Think about who was on the Thunder, right? And when they played against, every time they played against Spurs, when the Spurs or the Mavericks slowed down the game, that Thunder team could not beat them. But when they played when you played the fast break game against Russell Westbrook and the Thunder, or Russell Westbrook and the Rockets, or him, or any team he's ever been on his whole entire career, he's been amazing. But every single time, playoff basketball is so slow. There's not that many fast breaks. None of that. Russell Westbrook's nowhere to be found. Same thing with Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons couldn't get buckets in the playoffs because no fast breaks.
Russell Westbrook in his prime is probably the best regular season point guard in NBA history. Probably. Statistically, in the regular season, the best. But, like Jeffrey was saying, when you play playoff teams in a regular season, there could be situations where they're coming off 3 games in 4 days, 3 games in 5 days.
The best player's not playing because it's, it's
load management.
Yeah.
Best player's not playing it. They're not going out there and putting a game plan together. They're just going out there, get your numbers, let's walk out of here with a W. They might make some adjustments mid-game to try and get the win, but nobody's out there really breaking down film or nothing And then when you get
They're
to the
not running
playoffs,
zones and all that shit like you see.
yes, in the
like,
playoffs,
yeah.
that you at minimum are playing the same team 4 straight games. So you're gonna make your adjustments and actually game plan for the team, and that's what hurts Westbrook.
Yeah, because he's easy to stop. I mean, the Spurs literally ran zones. The Spurs ran a zone in the Western Conference Finals and in the NBA Finals that year because they played the Thunder in the Western Conference Finals, then they went against LeBron James and Miami Heat in the Finals. They ran a 2-3 zone to stop all the fast breaks and all the driving. And we know when you run a zone, that slows the game down tremendously because obviously you have to set a zone up. So you have to make sure the pace of the game is extremely slow so your guys can get down the court and set up a zone. So Russell Westbrook in a slow-paced game, it will give you the same production as a Giannis or a Ben Simmons. You know, it's hard to find. But what did the Bucks do to help Giannis with the fast breaks? They went and got hella defenders. They picked up PJ Tucker. They picked up Drew Holiday. Brook Lopez is a great defender. You know, Chris Middleton shows flashes of that. And Giannis himself is a great defender. So they got turnovers in the playoffs. They forced a lot of turnovers, and they got a lot of fast breaks to get Giannis his points. And we saw in the Game 6 to close it out, in that 50-point game, probably 25 of those points were on fast breaks, and then 20 of them were free throws. So in the half-court offense, he probably got like 15 points.
And also, surround your guy with 3 and D players. Somebody that's going to be able to sit there, not have to do nothing, not even have to dribble the basketball. Hands always ready to go, because when the zone collapses, when you break down and you get that wing guy to make a one step to the inside, they got to be ready. They're going to get this much window of opportunity. You got to get people that are confident enough to take that shot and fire it away, and then also play absolute stellar defense on the defensive end, because that's the only way you're going to win with a player like Giannis. And I mean, that's what Milwaukee did. Drew Holiday is one of the best guard defenders, if not the best guard defender in the league. That's not dirty. You got who they have at the 2 for a long time.
Who?
Milwaukee. Because Dante was hurt, so they didn't have DiVincenzo. Who they have playing the 2?
No, Chris Middleton was the 2 because they went Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Giannis, PJ Tucker, Brook Lopez.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that Brook Lopez is a good shooter, like good spot up shooter.
Yeah, PJ Tucker is a good spot up shooter.
Chris Middleton, that's all he does is spot up shoot, and Drew Holiday can spot up shoot when he needs to, and that's what almost hurt them is because he's not the greatest spot up shooter. But Drew Holiday's defense makes up so much more for his spot up shooting.
Right, and his playmaking, like literally, he's Patrick Beverly on defense, but has Chris Paul's offense. Yeah, he has Patrick Beverly defense, but Chris Paul's offense will take away Chris Paul's 3-point shooting. But the midi is there, the passing is there, the vision is there, but the defense is just literally, it's insane. It's like he's the best guard defender in the NBA.
And he's a better defender than Pat Bev because he doesn't play dirty. He's the best defender in the league, and he doesn't play.
Well, he doesn't flop. He doesn't flop, none of that shit. Yeah.
Doesn't flop. Yes, he's just a lock your ass down defender, and he ain't going. If you get around him, you're gonna have to work for it.
Right.
You ain't gonna get nothing cheap with him, and he's not gonna cheap shot your ass too. Chris Paul in the Western Conference.
And you know the crazy part is that his defense, like you said, he's not dirty. Like thing is, what was it? I think it was game 3. It was game 3, the first win. You remember they were sitting there laughing after they went down 2-0. Then he came back. He had 0 fouls but 5 steals, I think, or 4 steals, something like that in like game 1. So it was like 0 fouls but had all them steals. Patrick Beverly that had 2 steals, he fouled out. He fouled out with 2 steals.
Yeah, Pat Bev is the dirtiest player in the game. And
Bro,
really,
I've
Westbrook said it himself. Russell Westbrook said it the best. He said, "Is Pat Bev a really good defender, or is the media making Pat Bev a really good defender?"
Right. It's just like my thing is that, and also to me, I love Marcus Smart because he's in between. He's not on Pat Bev's level yet when it comes to the dirtiness, but he's not on Drew Holiday clean just like your ass up. He's in between, and that's that's what makes him dirty because they're flopping. But the thing is that he makes everybody like him and Bismack. I remember when Bismack Biyombo was guarding LeBron in East. Well, it was like the first round when they played the Magic. And I remember Bismack, he was locking LeBron up or whatever, and he got LeBron like 3 fouls in the first quarter because he kept flopping and shit. I remember everybody thought he was going to turn into one of the best defenders in the NBA. Then he fell face to the earth because he went to a young, rebuilding team and couldn't fit in with the Hornets. So, But still, like, yeah, like I love defenders. That's my favorite thing. I love Patrick Beverly. I like when he talks shit. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, he gets annoying. Like that's why, like, I get annoyed with Marcus Smart and Chris Paul because the flopping and then all that stuff's annoying to me. I hate that. Like I like watching Drew Holiday and Ben Simmons and Kawhi. Those guys play defense because they're just going. Their main focus is stopping you. They're not gonna foul you to do that. They're just gonna try their best to lock you up. Like so, but
They might foul you, but they're not gonna intentionally hurt you.
Right.
To foul you.
right, they're not gonna get flagrants. Thing is, I've saw it by 2 players ever in my life. I've only saw 2 players ever. Draymond Green and Patrick Beverly, only 2 players I've ever saw get kicked out of a game for 2 flagrants. Cause you know that's the rule. If you get 2 flagrants or you get a flagrant 2, you automatically get kicked out the game.
There's
And-
another one, but I can't remember.
And
Andrew Bynum.
yeah, and Zaza Pachulia got it too.
He,
Yeah.
oh yeah, but Zaza, but the elbow with not JJ Redick, JJ Barea, when he went up with Dallas with that finger roll, and Andrew Bynum hit him with an elbow right to his chest.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Like 2008, 2007. Yeah, he went up for a finger roll and Andrew
Wait, no.
Bynum just-
Well, hold on. Wait. Flagrants. They didn't have a flagrant foul rule back then. I thought that was just. Yeah. I'm about to say it was. Yeah. No, but I'm saying like literally they like Patrick Beverly and Draymond both got flagrant 1 fouls, and 2 flagrant 1 fouls equals ejection.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So it was against the Clippers. I mean it was against the Warriors or whatever that year that they went to Game 7 in the first round against the Clippers. Patrick Beverly, it was like the first quarter or whatever. He took KD's legs out like on purpose, so he got flagrant 1 foul. And was like, don't do that again. Then in the third quarter, he went and he like clotheslined. I forgot who it was. He like clotheslined him on purpose. Got another flagrant foul. And he got kicked out. So,
And then Draymond kicked Steven Adams.
yeah.
in the nuts.
Yeah, he got it. That was a flagrant 1, and then he did it again the same game.
Yeah.
And also he did it again later that series. So he kicked Steven Adams in the nuts like 3 times on purpose. Well, everyone's saying it's on purpose. So
Yeah, it was on purpose.
Yeah.
There ain't no way.
yeah, but still, I mean, technically, flagrant fouls don't have to be on purpose. Flagrant fouls mean non-basketball moves. So if you do something that's not like you were going for a block, or like if you're doing something that's not a basketball move, then it's flagrant foul automatically. So it's lit.
All right, so since Dad's here, I asked him.
He said what?
Earlier.
That's how Draymond Green was at Michigan State. If you look back when he was in college, he was doing sketchy shit like that at Michigan State.
Yeah, he was Grayson Allen out there.
I talked to Dad about this for about half an hour. This is one of those sidetrack to get back onto the NBA thing. This was my question to Dad. Okay, is Sammy Watkins a bust? With the 4th overall selection, is Sammy Watkins a bust? He was drafted 4th overall.
Because because he's still in the league and producing at a high level.
But
Sammy
is he
Watkins.
producing at a high level? Because he was the 2nd or 3rd option.
He's a Super Bowl winning. He's a Super Bowl winner, ain't he? Doesn't he have a ring? I mean, that's high quality. He was the number 2.
Okay.
receiver on a Super Bowl winning team.
Okay.
He would argue the number 2
Okay.
guy, 'cause Nico Harden was a big number 2.
He doesn't matter. Okay, number 3 guy. He was a high quality.
Okay. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, you said it. Okay, I was about to say you said it better. You said it way better because I thought he said he won. I thought he said he won a Super Bowl. So I was about to say, okay, so let's bring up any bust ever. Wait, fuck, what's his name? Number 1 overall pick to the Cavs. What was his name?
Look at Anquan.
No, I'm talking about basketball. I was talking about basketball though, but. Yeah, but I'm saying Anthony Bennett. If Anthony Bennett would have stayed on the Cavs, right, and won the championship with LeBron in 2016, would he not be a bust because he won a championship? Like that's what I was gonna say because like, but no, it was before you switched it up.
Hold on. If
It can't look. He was terrible. I'm be honest. He was not that good in Kansas City, but before Kansas City, he wasn't a bust just yet because. I got the stats right here. Look, he was a 1,000-yard receiver in his 2nd year in 2015 for Buffalo. He had 1,000 yards, 9 touchdowns. That's good. I mean, that's pretty good. That's not a bust. But then you look at his 2016 productions. It was like he only had 400 yards for 2 touchdowns. That's not that good. Then in LA, he had a big 600-yard season with 8 touchdowns. But then in Kansas City, bro, Kansas City he was average at best.
Hold on, let's stop talking
So-
about that for a second. Go back to what you just said. if Anthony Bennett was on the 2016 Cavs, but he was averaging like 14 points per
No,
game.
okay, no, you didn't listen to what I said.
Or
Look,
if he was averaging like 3
yeah,
points per game.
no, yeah, I don't know what you're reading, but you didn't hear me. So at first you said you was like, bro, he's not a bust, he was Super Bowl winner. I was so that's when I thought of that.
Oh, okay,
but then later you said he was producing numbers and he won Super Bowl. I was like, okay, then that's the I was like if you wouldn't have I was like if you wouldn't have switched it up.
This is what I compare it to, okay?
I'm gonna be honest. He had 3 good years. His first 2 years, his rookie year in 2015, good. Okay. Then his year in his one and only year in Los Angeles was a pretty solid. I mean, he had 593 yards or 600 yards and 8 touchdowns, solid. But then in Kansas City, it was like
That's what I'm
like-
saying. Like,
Okay, so 2020 was the least amount of receptions besides his 2016 year. But I'm pretty sure he got hurt that year because he only had 28 receptions. But 2020 he only had 37 receptions for 400 yards and 2 touchdowns. Like his best year in Kansas City.
Oh,
Like go ahead.
No. I wasn't saying all my fucking guy to you
why
guys.
I've always like kept thinking in my head. I keep going back and forth with Sammy. Is because he was drafted 4th overall. That's what really hurts. If he was drafted late first, early second round, cool. He'd be a good receiver.
Yeah, that's it. If he was drafted where Rashad Bateman was drafted, you know, to me, if Rashad Bateman in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in the next 7 years, Rashad Bateman, 6, 7 years, Rashad Bateman puts up these numbers, solid career for the young man. But it's the fact that he was drafted on Jamar. Like, if Jamar Chase puts up these numbers, we're going to say he's probably a bust. If he... Yeah. Okay, obviously, his second year in the league, 1,000-yard receiver, 9 touchdowns. That's great. You feel me?
Like, Julio Jones was drafted 4th in 2011. So, like, that's kind of the receivers you get compared to. Is like, all right, we drafted Julio 4th. You just got drafted 4th. You got to put up numbers.
This is my case.
But Julio doesn't get all... Yeah, we hear you. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This is my case. Okay. I don't consider him like a great receiver by any stretch of the imagination, but this is why I don't consider Sammy Watkins.
Wait,
a bust,
because keep going. Like keep going. Hold on. No, I'm saying like keep going. Just hold on.
Oh, okay. I don't consider Sammy Watkins a bust because if he's signed to an NFL roster, you go, that's a good signing. You wouldn't go, oh, they picked up Sammy Watkins. What the fuck is wrong with that team? When Baltimore signed Sammy Watkins, when everybody went, oh, I mean, that's a good signing for their receiving core. That's not a bust. If the Lakers come out tomorrow and say we just signed Anthony Bennett, people are like, why the fuck did they just sign Anthony Bennett? But if you go look at Sammy Watkins, you wouldn't be like, why the fuck did Baltimore sign Sammy Watkins? They're like, oh, that's a good signing. That's a good signing for their receiving core. That's why I don't say he's the greatest receiver of all time, but I don't think he's a bust because he's a producing wide receiver, and you would love to have him on any NFL roster. There's not a single 32 teams where you'd be like, I wouldn't sign Sammy Watkins on my team.
Here's my case. Okay, so the biggest thing ever. Okay, so like we said, RJ Barrett has turned it around, but let's talk about before RJ Barrett turned it around. The reason why he was looked at as a bust because he was picked third overall, and then Matisse Thybulle, who they were literally putting up the same fucking numbers. Matisse Thybulle was drafted 22, and he was drafted 3. Same numbers. He was a bust. Matisse Thybulle was a steal. That's how everyone looks at it. It's where he was drafted. So you telling me if Jamar Chase puts up the numbers that Sammy Watkins put up over his career, you would be like, oh my God, like amazing, like he's a good receiver. No, you would be pissed. You would say, I'm sorry we drafted him. We should have went ahead and went with Penei Sewell. That's how it would look. Because of the fact that he didn't produce what he was expected to produce. But if Rashad Bateman, on the other hand, Bateman puts up Sammy Watkins' numbers, then yeah. But look, this is numbers. But obviously, look, in his second.
My rebuttal there.
Go ahead.
You said like, I would be pissed if Jamar Chase.
Every Cincinnati fan would be pissed at the fact he was 5th overall.
Right. That's objectively looking at it though. Now say he puts up the same number Sammy Watkins did after 4 years, and then Philadelphia signed him. De'Aaron would be like, that's a good signing for us. I like that for our receiving core. He wouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. But yeah.
Jamar Chase did.
Well.
That's why I'm saying he's not a bust. That's just what I'm saying. I'm not saying he's the best receiver. I'm not saying he was a great pick at 4.
Right.
I don't think he's a bust because
before Yeah, but
Besides
okay, this is hard to
Buffalo,
say because
oh, that's great.
Markelle Fultz was a bust before he went to Orlando, and Orlando fans were actually pretty excited for picking him up. He did, so they were still saying that's a pickup for us. He's gonna produce more for us than he did in the past. That's what everybody thought, and wound up happening. So like, I mean, any young player that wasn't fucking ass. Everyone's saying he gonna be like you expect he gonna be better for you. Like Dwayne Haskins. Dwayne Haskins was not amazing. Every Steelers fan think he about to be the next Tom Brady. Is he? Fuck no. But we're acting like he's gonna be because that's just how it works. So I mean, obviously that's gonna be a narrative around him. But I mean, let's look. Here's the stats. 2014 rookie year, great year for a rookie. If Jamar Chase does this, he's gonna be looked at as great. He had 982 yards and 6 touchdowns. For a rookie, that's good. Okay, second year he went crazy. This was his. He had less receptions. So the first year he had 65, then he went down to 60. But he had 1,000 yard. He had 1,000 yard season with 9 touchdowns. That's really good for a second year player. Yeah. But then he dropped. I'm pretty sure he got hurt because he went from having 60 something receptions to 28 in 2016. I'm pretty sure he got hurt though.
Pro Football Reference?
Well, yeah. I'll go there then. Let's see.
I don't remember. I believe there was a year he got hurt though, but I don't.
Yeah. 20. No. Hold on. Look. Okay. Look. Then this makes it look better on him. So 2014 year, the 982 yards with 6 touchdown year. He played all 16 games. Then that 1,000-yard year, he only played 13. That's why he had 5 less receptions, and he played 13 games. But then 2016, he only played 8 games, and that's why he had 430 yards for 2 touchdowns. Then he got traded to the Los Angeles Rams, and that was the year he played 15 games, so he got up there. And but he only started 14, so that's something to think about. But he had 500. He had 593 yards and 8 touchdowns.
That might be. Well, right, but as a receiver, that might be he just wasn't out there on the first snap.
Right, yeah. But still, he had 593 yards, so 600 yards, 8 touchdowns. Another good year. But then, if we talking Kansas City, him terrible. I'm not gonna say terrible, but it wasn't that good. I mean, okay, so he played. First year 10 games, then it was 14 and 10 again, so injury prone at this point, and then he so 500 yards for 3 touchdowns, pretty decent. 673 yards for 3 touchdowns. Okay, then 2020, 400 yards, 2 touchdowns. It's like, okay, but you can blame it on injuries. You have excuses. So complete bust, hell no. But to me, it definitely a bad pick. It was a bad pick. It was like at 4, a bad pick. Yeah, I'm saying.
But if you look, the years in Buffalo, he had really good years when he was the number 1 guy.
Right.
He couldn't help that they traded him to Los Angeles.
Right. But trading him because he was injured, he became injury prone. Like, he started getting hurt. Yeah.
Here's my case.
I'm not saying he a bust, but once again, he was not a good pick at 4, in my opinion. His value should have been 15 and beyond, and he would have had an amazing career in everybody else's eyes.
Yeah, I can't argue with that.
Now, this is what I'm thinking here. Buffalo, he was the obvious number 1 target, and he had great years. He went to L.A. I think he was the number 2 option that year. Didn't have that great numbers, and then a lot of injuries and stuff. He was the 3rd option.
Brandon Cooks and Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
No. For the Rams, he didn't have that bad of. I mean, like once again, he played 15 out of 16 games. He had 600 yards and 8 touchdowns. He was a touchdown guy that year.
I'm saying he was the number 3. He was the number 3 option. Cooper Kupp and Brandon Cooks were over him in that offense.
And that's
Hold on.
What I'm saying.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm coming to. Okay. And so he's been the number 2, number 3 guy for multiple years.
Or not Brandon Cooks. Where's the sleeve? Robert Woods.
Yeah. Okay. Actually, look. Here's how it went. The number 1 guy they had Sammy Watkins, and they said number 2 was Robert Woods, number 3 was Tavon Austin on the offense. So actually, he technically was the number 1 guy.
Cooper was
Yeah.
there then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on real quick.
Okay. So as I was saying, this is my thoughts. They say he's the number 1. I believe that Robert Woods is the number 1. So number 2 options, number 3 options for the past couple years. Now he's going to an offense where, Hollywood Brown's been the number 1 option, but I think Hollywood Brown's going to take the backseat role where he's going to take a lot of the X receiver, plays and stuff. You know what I'm saying, Austin? Because Hollywood Brown, he's good at the number 1.
I think Rashad might be an X. Rashad might be the X. I think Hollywood's going into the slot. Rashad's the X route, and Sammy's going to be the number 2 guy.
So he's going to be another number 2, but if he has if he doesn't get injured, because I mean injuries happen and he's had a lot of them. If he plays the 17 games, if he doesn't put up 700 plus yards.
Now hold on.
Hell no. I don't know. 700 yards? No, I don't think that's possible.
700. Yeah, I'm about to say, because you got to think, Baltimore runs the ball like 80% of the time now. They don't throw like Kansas City. They don't throw like.
You can't say that. You can't say that because of the fact that it's different this year. The narrative, throughout training camps and everything, we're supposed to see a balanced attack from the Rams this year. I mean, not Rams, Ravens this year. It's supposed to be very balanced. Okay. We're supposed to see a very balanced, or not very balanced, but obviously they're going to be run first, pass later. But yes. They're not going to be a team that runs on third down. 3rd and 1, they're going to pass the ball type shit. They're going to try to turn to more passing. But here's the thing. And the biggest, because I'm watching a lot of podcasts. Shout out to Fantasy Pros. They talk a lot about fantasy football. I'm watching them, and obviously I've been keeping up with them because I want to know obviously what to do in fantasy, what players are looking good throughout training camp and stuff like that. So supposedly, obviously, game 1, Sammy Watkins is going to be number 1 option because Marquise Brown. This is his year to play Juju. The first couple games he's supposed to put up amazing numbers as number 2 guy, ball out, do his thing. But the narrative is that by week 5. The number 1 option is now going to be Sammy Watkins or Marquise Brown. Rashad Bateman's going to take the role because they're going to put him in as more of a 3rd, 2nd option-ish type of guy. And then, he could eventually put up big numbers to take the number 1 guy spot. So I feel like Sammy Watkins isn't in a good scenario right now. I think he's in a better scenario than Kansas City because he's not with 2 proven guys. You know what they're going to give you. And I'm not talking about Hardman. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill. We knew, like they're certified, they're locked in, got their spots today. But he's on a team.
Jeffrey is Mark Andrews is a certified tight
Right.
end.
But once again, I mean, to me, the only reason why it's like that is because Lamar Jackson. That's his number 1. That's his number 1 target. That's the main guy he throws it to. It's because we see these speedy guys that are number 1 options don't get open. Let's keep it a buck. But Tyreek Hill is basically the damn near one exception. Because Jalen Reagor, who's a speedster, number 1 option, doesn't get open. But him being number 2, he might have a bigger year this year.
Right. That and don't get me wrong. Lamar Jackson is not a running back. But
right?
Lamar Jackson is not the most accurate quarterback in the league. He's one of the worst accurate quarterbacks in the league. And when a tight end, a lot of times tight ends don't run deep routes. That's why he's his number 1 guy.
Yeah.
You ain't got to throw the ball that far to get
right?
tight end.
Once again, he's a deep guy. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. To me, I think that's why I think Rashad Bateman is in the perfect scenario because Rashad Bateman's the guy who can run a deep fade and he gonna moss you up. He's a guy that Lamar's got to throw it up to, like in a jump ball scenario. Just throw that bitch up. Rashad Bateman can make the play. That's why to me everyone was saying, because I don't know if you guys see Rondale Moore cooking the shit. I think he's on. I forgot what team Rondale Moore's. I think it's the Saints. He was making the Saints corners look silly. Like they put Lattimore on him. He made Lattimore fall on the route. He's looking like the next Jerry Jeudy out there. But it's like to me that guy's not. You're basically getting Hollywood Brown Part 2. They needed a sure-handed receiver to go up and catch it. Now Sammy Watkins also gonna because Sammy Watkins. I mean he's slant boy. He's slant, quick outs. He's comebacks. He's a guy that's sure-handed. And he's not a deep route kind of guy.
And I'm not talking about the first 2 years. So the first 2 years,
Kansas City, he did not run no deep routes. I mean, he didn't have to, but he did it. No. So if they get that Sammy Watkins on the Baltimore Ravens, he's gonna run slants. He's gonna run your drags. He's gonna run your in routes, your out routes. Lamar can eat.
What I've noticed about Sammy's career is he's that 3rd down, fuck it's 3rd and 2. He's gonna run that 5-yard route. He's gonna get the toe tap on the sideline. He's that sure-handed 3rd down. He's getting that catch. Move the chains. Let's go.
Right. Yeah.
That's what he's done.
That's why I feel like. Look. As a Ravens hater. Here's my thing. Every single player that like this is why it's getting hard for me in sports. Every single player that I fucking hated on these teams no longer plays. I mean, I hated the shit out of Joe Flacco. I mean, Joe Flacco can meet me in the street if he want to. Feel me? But he's not on the Ravens no more. I don't give a fuck less. Feel me? I ain't like Ray Rice at all. He not on there no more. For me,
another thing that's gonna help Sammy is he's the veteran leader of that receiver corps.
Yeah.
Hollywood Brown's only a 2-year vet.
Bateman's a rookie.
Bateman's a rookie.
Duvernay's a 2nd-year player who's gonna see more snaps this year. Yeah, but at the same time, I mean, like I was saying, so to me, like I said, I don't want the Ravens to beat the Steelers every time we play them, but I love Lamar Jackson. I love J.K. Dobbins. I love Gus Edwards. I think Rashad Bateman could potentially blow up to be the next Kenny Galladay. You feel what I'm saying? So,
You know what I just realized?
Huh.
Mark Andrews is going into his contract year. This is year 4. This is his contract year.
Yeah.
That's another good year. He could make a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
But here's another thing. You just brought up Kenny Galladay. There have been reports that Jason Garrett has been very unhappy with the offense in training camp for the New York Giants.
Yeah. Look.
Publicly stating, he said, "This is not enough. We need to do better." And they said Kenny Galladay he has not impressed a single
Yeah,
person
I know. Look. Here's the crazy thing. Look, I was watching. No. Okay, it's a good but bad thing. It's a good but bad thing because the way it's looking is Danny Dimes showed to be really good throwing on the what? Danny Dimes is good throwing on the run. He's really good throwing on the run. Like basically it's sad that he's. No. I'm saying, look. No. Here's the crazy part. He's better.
Highlight reel when he got drafted. His highlight reel, like 30% of it was him rolling to his left or rolling to his right and throwing the bitch on.
Right,
the
yeah. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy because he's better on the run than he is in the pocket at throwing the football. And the thing is, in training camp, John Ross recently has been getting more snaps than Kenny Galladay. So because Kenny Galladay has been nowhere to be found. So it's like the speed, so Sterling Shepard, you got Darius Slayton and John Ross, who all been getting snaps right now because Kenny Galladay, like you said, he might be the next trading piece for the future to get what they want. And their running offense, New York looked decent.
Hey, can I ask a question?
Yeah.
No.
I know we got one Steelers fan and we got one fan of some team from a team that's not the Steelers. He's an Eagles fan on here. So I want you guys to do me a favor. I want you guys to Google 2 players.
Got you.
I want you guys to look at their numbers and tell me which player should be in the Hall of Fame.
No.
I bet.
Should Troy Polamalu be in the Hall of Fame or should Kenny Riley be in the Hall of Fame?
Troy Polamalu should definitely be in the Hall of Fame, but
Hold on. No, listen to me. Just look at numbers.
but hold on, was it one or the other? Only one could go, or is it the fact that was it only one could go?
No, for all I care, but just look at the
Yeah, I'm just
numbers
saying.
of the team. Who should have been in first?
What is it, Kenny Riley?
Did Kenny Riley win a Super Bowl? Did Kenny Riley win a Super Bowl?
No.
Then that's why they put him in.
Kenny Riley is a Bengal.
Right, I know.
If you look at the numbers of what just happened this weekend with Troy Polamalu going in, just look at the 2 compared. They played the same position. Just the 2 of them. I'm not asking anybody else. I'm not making anything else up. Just look at the comparison of the 2.
I don't know why it's not popping up on my phone when I type in Kenny Riley. Am I spelling it wrong?
It's Ken.
Or Ken Riley.
Yes, Ken Riley, yeah.
Maybe it's Ken Riley.
Bro, he played.
When I watched.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, he played in the 70s.
Just look at his numbers and then look at Troy Polamalu.
He had 65 picks, and I was gonna look at tackles, but it doesn't show.
Just look at their numbers.
65 picks, 5 defensive touchdowns
Look at how many games they played.
in 207 games.
And then look at Polamalu's stats. That's all I ask. I'm not making nothing big about it. All I'm saying is just take a look at the numbers. Take everything else out of the way, just numbers. Who do you pick? And I have
Polamalu.
somebody that
For
favors
some
the
reason, it
Steelers.
says that Ken Riley didn't make a single tackle. I know it's wrong, but like on the website,
They didn't calculate tackles back
Yeah,
then.
yeah. I'm about to say.
Corners or safeties.
But Polamalu played in 158 games and had
32
picks.
interceptions, yeah.
And I got 2 guys that love the Pennsylvania teams. All I'm asking is who would you select? If all you seen was numbers.
Yeah. Obviously, Ken Riley looks like the better receiver, but the accolades for Troy Polamalu speak for themselves with the Super Bowl championship. Obviously, he did more. He did from what I don't see tackles, but with Ken Riley, whole entire career having 1 sack, obviously he was just a coverage guy. When Troy Polamalu wasn't a coverage guy, he was more of a hitter, and he had like 12 sacks, but he had less than 7. So yeah, Ken Riley stats looked better, But once again, I've never seen him play. So, but Troy Polamalu changed every single game, and Troy Polamalu helped win a Super Bowl. So it's kind of like,
I seen him in the last Super Bowl. I
Yeah.
seen him at the end of his career.
right. Both. Okay, look, to me, both players, Super Bowl player. I mean, not Super Bowl. Both players are Hall of Famers.
Now, if Polamalu plays for the Bengals,
Right, and he played. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I feel like Cam Riley 100% should have been in the Hall of Fame. Like, what was this his first year? He was eligible to make it, or he's obviously he played a long time ago.
I mean, his first year's been a long time ago.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So to me, he should have whatever his first year was. He was eligible. He should have been a first ballot that year and made it. Yeah, I want like yeah, he should have 100%. Yeah.
Because with you being, you know, a diehard Steelers fan.
Yeah, but also, I mean, he played in the 70s, so, I mean, how many other safeties have made it to the Hall of Fame since he played that he probably was better than? You know, there's probably been a lot of safeties that he's played better than who all made the Hall of Fame after he should have made it.
Right, I mean, he's number 5. He's still literally, right now, number 5 on the list for the most career interceptions by a safety.
Yeah.
Number 5 in the NFL. And 1 through 4, and I think it's 6 through 8.
I can't hear you, Darren.
In the Hall. And
But
he's
my
not.
thing was, I saw the statistic on it. When you look at most career interceptions, Tim Riley's 5th with 65, right? 1 through 4 are in the Hall of Fame. 6
Yep.
through 10 are in the Hall of Fame. He's the only one.
He's
that's
not in
Yeah.
the Bengals. But I was just asking you as a Steelers fan with
He said it 100%. Yeah, bro, whatever. Because I was gonna say he played in like 70s and 80s. So if that 1990, whatever that year was, whenever it was time for him to be in, he should have walked. He should have got his jacket, everything. He should be in there right now. Like, it's dumb that he's not. Yeah, because I'm seeing things.
If you look at Chad Ochocinco's numbers compared to Michael Irvin's numbers, they're so comparable that it's like it floors you how close the numbers are. But what's gonna keep Chad out is Michael Irvin's got 3 rings.
Right, and also one of the craziest things is obviously Antonio Brown. He has a lot. Like me and Darren saw yesterday. He's on a lot of record lists. He had he was and he got Super Bowl ring now. So he's probably gonna make it in. And whenever he retires, and that's gonna piss everybody off. When you got Ocho, you got all these great Bengal receivers, and then you watch a guy like Antonio Brown going that's gonna hurt. And also I've been seeing things like Devin McCourty is an instant Hall of Famer as soon as he retires. When Cam Riley's numbers obviously are 10 times better than McCourty's will be when he retires. But I swear he's gonna be a first. Basically, the day he retires, they're gonna give him his jacket. Like they're not gonna wait the years. As soon as McCourty retires, they're gonna hand him his jacket. He's gonna put it on. They're not even gonna wait until he's able to be a.
I don't understand.
Yeah, it's dumb.
It's supposed to be a numbers game. It's supposed to be the best at that position.
Right.
Period. There's no qualifications that say you have to play for the best team. It just says you have to be the best at your position.
Yeah.
Right.
When you're in the top 5
Well,
of your position.
Well, yeah, probably in NFL because the NBA different.
If you're in the top 5 of the number 1 statistical category at your position, and everybody else 1 through 4 and 6 through 10 are all in the Hall, how are you not in the Hall? And just like
it's dumb. Yeah.
You throw out what's his name? What's the quarterback? Oh my God! Before Boomer. Oh my God! I just lost his name. Ken Anderson. If you look at Ken Anderson's numbers, his numbers are better than some of the quarterbacks that are in. You know, they're talking about Andrew Whitworth might go in as a fucking as a Ram just so he could go in early enough.
Yep.
There's something that's got to. What's the deal? What's the deal? Period. Like, did Paul Brown piss people off to where they don't even get a look? Because I mean, if a guy's got to go to another team just to make that don't make sense.
Yeah, because obviously, once again, if you look on the teams with the most Hall of Famers, teams with the best track record in history are all up there. The Bears, the Steelers, the Cowboys, all the teams that have been good for a long. The Packers. So the Bears had the most of 28, then 25 on the Packers, 21 Steelers, 20. The Redskins have 20. I probably can't even name 20 players that ever played for the Redskins.
Look, Dad,
The Browns have 16 Hall of Famers.
When Paul Brown left the Browns and started the Bengals, did he piss people off? And they're like,
That's a fact. Yeah, it's dumb.
but for example, Dad,
Wait. The Bengals only got 1, right?
They only got 1. We got 1.
And the Browns got 16. Fuck.
We got one. Anthony Munoz is the only bust in Canton.
Right. Yeah. I mean, and he was well deserved himself.
But Dad, like for example, Harold Carmichael from the Eagles just got put in the Hall of Fame. He had 8,985 yards and 79 touchdowns as a receiver in 14 years.
Dude, fucking Brian Westbrook, they're talking about Brian Westbrook's going in. Bro, if Brian Westbrook, how does Ickey Woods not go in? Ickey Woods has better stats than Brian Westbrook.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the NFL is trying to do what the NBA does, because we all know the NBA, it doesn't. You can have worse stats than somebody else, but if you change the game or you impacted the game or you won a ring, it was an influential player, you make the Hall of Fame. So but
Here goes something to talk about.
it's just like, yeah, I mean that is, yeah, I mean it is stupid, but at the same time it's like, yeah, is it just hate on the Bengals, or is it just the people who vote don't believe these guys are Hall of Famers? I mean, I don't know. But to think that the Browns have 16 Hall of Famers. They're tied for 8th with 16. And the Bengals have 1. And aren't you guys, so is Bengals in last place with the least amount?
We might be in last, but I think there's two other teams that only have 1.
Yeah.
What hurt
I don't
was
think
it?
any
He only played 4 years
Panthers
and
are
had
in.
1,000 yard season.
What?
Ickey Woods only played 4 years.
Yeah, that's why he's on the Hall of Fame. That's why.
Yeah.
Like everybody knows that, yeah. Well, I'm not gonna say everybody, but
He didn't have better stats than Brian Westbrook, because Brian Westbrook played at least 8.
yeah, but
So what's the most overrated team going into 2021 in the NFL?
in the NFL, the Browns easily, because I feel like, to me, how does 2019 you have a terrible year, 2020 you have a better year, and your team doesn't really improve in the glaring weaknesses, and you automatically go to Super Bowl team? I don't, that to me doesn't make sense. I mean, there's so many other, like my team personally didn't improve, but like we didn't decrease, but I think we improved a little smudge. And we just won the division, so if anything, I feel like we obviously people that dropped us to 4, all that. But then you have teams who have improved a lot, like the 49ers, who got big improvements, and they're healthy.
Players finally.
Yeah, and they're healthy, but they're in the teens for, solid teams. But yeah, the Ravens and the Browns, which, okay, I could argue the Ravens improved, but I don't think the Ravens are, because I feel like Lamar's weaknesses is what's going to hurt the Ravens in the end. Like that, okay, Lamar Jackson is an amazing quarterback on the perfect team. But to me, it's like the Ravens are basically trying to change Lamar instead of giving him the perfect team. You feel like they're trying to, they're trying to get receivers that are great, great receivers, and the Ravens saying we're going to pass more this year, we're going to be more balanced this year, so they want to change Lamar instead of building a team from Lamar. It's like, that mindset sucks, in my opinion. Like that, you shouldn't do that to your best player. Especially your quarterback. I mean, it don't matter if your quarterback's your best player or not. Yeah, I'm saying like Ryan Tannehill isn't the Titans' best player, but they're building a team for him. They're getting him a receiving core that helps his game. You know what I mean? So to me, I feel like the Titans is a better team than Cleveland and Baltimore. But the Titans are ranked 9th, and then you got.
Because that defense.
Yeah, but and the Browns defense is terrible besides Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett off that defense is dog shit. Denzel Ward is, I mean, he's a 15th best corner at best. He's not a shutdown corner. John Johnson the third.
No, LSU. Corner, LSU.
Oh, Greedy, but Greedy hasn't been able to show nothing. I mean, literally, Deontay Johnson ate on Greedy Williams all game. So I mean, don't talk about him, because everybody said Deontay Johnson is a shitty receiver, even though he was the best receiver in his division. It's literally like I know everybody said Bengals fans gets the most hate, but when it comes to just Steelers fans, I think us and the Cowboys obviously get the most out of everybody in the whole entire fucking thing. Like the Steelers and the Cowboys, and that's why everybody's posted about this is the worst Hall of Fame game ever, because this is the first game of the year. Nobody wants to watch that shit. You know what I mean? Because those are the 2 most hated teams in NFL history, because they're the 2 most successful besides New England coming up. But still, so it's just like
the most overrated team in the NFL right now is probably the Minnesota Vikings.
Well, no,
People are picking the Vikings go to the playoffs, and
right? Okay, yeah, okay. That to me, that's different because everybody picked Arizona to go to the playoffs next year, and they didn't. But to me, they weren't overrated. To me, I feel like if Dalvin Cook clicks, if Justin Jefferson clicks, look, they can. Now, will they win the playoff game? Fuck no, because the defense is ass. But my thing is that they're saying the Browns is the third best. Literally, NFL themselves, ESPN and NFL did a collab and ranked everything.
Third in the NFC North.
You said what?
I think the Vikings are going to finish third in the NFC North.
Yeah, but look,
I think
the,
Packers are the number one dogs. I think Packers are the number one dogs.
now the Colts are gonna have to climb up.
I think Justin Fields is about to take the fuck off this year. I got a good feeling about Justin.
But okay, I get that. No, but I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying about that. But my thing is, look, okay, they're saying Minnesota's supposed to be a playoff team, right? They're not gonna make the playoffs. Big whoop. No, nobody's saying they're going to Super Bowl. Literally, NFL and ESPN did rankings together, and they combined. They said number one team in the NFL into the 2021 year would be the Buccaneers, obviously Super Bowl winners. Then number two, obviously Chiefs, because they're the Super Bowl runner-ups. Then number three is the Browns. Number four, they have the Bills, and number five, they have the Ravens. The Browns and the Ravens are not top five teams in the NFL right now. They're not. Because, I think my team is far from winning a Super Bowl. We're not a Super Bowl team, but we could beat the shit out of both the teams I just named. Buccaneers, still, we're not beating them. We're not beating the Chiefs, and we're not beating the Bills. We haven't. But we swept both of the teams I just named. Besides in the playoffs, no. Yeah, we swept both teams. We beat them with a backup quarterback, but then they beat us in the playoffs. But still, we swept both teams I just named, and yeah. So it's like, they're not top five teams. Because the Ravens improved in certain aspects. I still feel like that defense is not shit. I think the defense is terrible. I love Patrick McQueen, the young rookie. I think I'm not saying he'll be the next Ray Lewis, but he has potential to be a solid middle linebacker. But other than him, Calais Campbell's old. It's kind of like, Humphrey's nice. Marcus Peters is a menace to society when he wants to be, but at the same time, just like, that defense isn't a Super Bowl defense, but the Browns defense is ass to me.
They tried to, in the draft, they tried to fix some areas. Like, they drafted Greg Newsome first round and then Joke in the second. But I still, like you said...
Then they drafted another corner. They drafted a running back, and they drafted, the player with the fastest 40 time. So, I like the Browns draft. The Browns didn't have a terrible draft, but I don't. That's their draft in terms of Super Bowl teams.
Yeah, no. That's what I'm saying. Like, they addressed some needs in the draft for sure, but I don't think their defense is at that level yet.
Right? Yeah. No, it's just, bro. They're not. I don't know. To me, depending on who they play, depends on if they're a first round exit or not. That simple. So basically, by everyone saying they're going to be number 2 seed, I think that if say the 7th seed is the Titans can beat them. Will beat them. Now I don't say can, they will beat them in the first round. And then the Titans have to play the Chiefs. Okay, like say they get unlucky and they got to play the Bills. The Bills is going to beat them.
Yep.
It's just like, yeah. But, yeah.
I agree. How are you a second round exit but a top 5 team? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they almost are on the Buccaneers level where they basically have the same 22 starters. It's just some of their draft picks will turn into starters.
Right,
like,
but at the same time, it's just like, so we all know how the team is worse with Odell. Odell is back the number 1 guy game 1. He's healthy, back the number 1 guy. So it's like, does that hurt? Like the thing is that the offense, it's a technical balanced offense, but it changes week by week, which I hate that. Like, it's not like, I feel like they have no game plan. For that game that we saw Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt combined for like 8 rushes in one game.
It's the Jets.
It's just like, what are you doing? Like what are they doing?
And it all predecessors on is Baker Mayfield a Super Bowl winning quarterback?
Hell no.
That's the question.
Hell no.
That's the question.
Fuck.
Sanchez is better than him. Huh? No, yeah, so...
Motherfucking lie. I like being a little over dramatic, but that might be a little over dramatic.
No. I'm just saying, like to me, Baker Mayfield, I don't know, he's not the guy.
I've never had somebody agree with me as much as Jeffrey agrees on me as Baker Mayfield is the smartest, dumbest quarterback in the NFL, because he'll make a throw, they'll make a catch, and like, what a throw, but then he'll make a throw, and it'll be fucking right to the fucking safety sitting 12 yards down the field, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing?
No, but also look. the Browns fan base is the worst fan base in the world because they don't see no problems with their team ever. Because like
Browns fans are turning into the Cowboys fans.
yeah, look, no, like literally, and the thing is that okay, when the Cowboys fans, like, okay, for a while in the 2010s, is the Cowboys fans used to convince everybody that they were a Super Bowl team every single year. Now we're starting to say like, no, you guys aren't. Now the Browns, 2017, they were like, oh, big bounce back year, big bounce back year. Ass. 2018, you know, they had a decent year. So 2019, they were Super Bowl contenders. Terrible. 2020, they were supposed to just have a bounce back year after a terrible 2019 year. They got better, right? And then now 2021 Super Bowl team. It's just like can y'all please like be realistic about your teams? You guys have like can we sit here and say that Kansas City has like multiple glaring weaknesses?
2010s in the 2010s, Cowboys fans were trying to tell us that Tony Romo was better than Tom Brady.
Yeah, I know. But once again, but think about it. Every single year, they convinced everybody. Just like now, the Browns fans are convincing everybody that the Browns are a Super Bowl team. The Cowboys fans are like that. Everybody thought.
Madden's trying to convince us that the Browns are a Super Bowl team.
But also Madden goes off social media now. Madden. Look. Me, I figured out how Madden, because thing is, I thought Madden was more like professional than 2K is, but obviously it's not. Madden 2K the same. 2K's cover goes by social media. The rankings go by social media. Because if everyone's at Ronnie 2K saying Emmanuel Quickly is averaging 18 some points per game, why is he at 72 overall? He's gonna go change it. You know, because it's the media wants it. Luka Doncic is a big fan favorite. Put him on the cover. Everyone loves a piece of Tom Brady, and everyone's starting to love Patrick Mahomes. Why not put him on the cover together? That's gonna sell money. Yeah, hell yeah. Motherfucker, De'Aaron pre-ordered it. I'm about to pre-order it. Everybody I'm about to get the most expensive edition, because why not? What the fuck you talking about? Basically, because it sell money. When you know, no, come out August 17th. It's about to come out.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine pre-ordered.
Yeah, so it's like, literally, it's one of the most the Browns are a big team on social media because everyone's saying they're going to have a big year, bounce back. You know, they're going to be a Super Bowl team. They almost beat the Chiefs. And think about if they played the Bucks, they got this and that. They're going to beat the Bucks. All this shit. So social media is like, oh yeah, the Browns are going to be good. And then Madden has to put that because if social media believes it, they got to put it in their game so everybody can go play their game. That's literally how it works. Because to me, it's like, I feel like teams' ratings should be all player ratings, right? Like they say it is. Like you go in there. So basically, if you have 990s on your defense, you should have a high overall defense, right? That's how it should be. But for some reason, that shit don't be adding up because Browns were a good team in this Madden, but they didn't have no high ass overalls for real. You know, the Steelers had an amazing rating, but we had we had T.J. Watt who's like a 94, and then everybody else was like 80s. But we were like an 86 overall team, so it's like that don't really, to me that whole system is fucked up. But yeah, it's like, yeah, to me what they need to literally break down each player one by one, get their stats as perfect as possible, and then whatever the fucking team rating is, after they do that, that's the team rating. Because Baker Mayfield should be at 81 overall. That's what he should be. Because here's my thing. An 81 overall Madden can get the job done. You can win 70-something to nothing with an 81 overall. But also, an 81 overall can also throw 7 interceptions in the game. That's what he needs to be. There's a lot of quarterbacks over him that I feel like are better than him. And so it's just, I don't know. The Browns aren't, that's why, video games are becoming, more and more, blood now because they don't really care about how good players actually are. They just go about social media. Because when you look at safeties, Jesse Bates to us and Minkah Fitzpatrick to us are big safeties because they're on our favorite teams and also they're the best 2 in the league. But everyone loves Honey Badger. Everyone thinks Jamal Adams is a GOAT. Everyone loves Harrison Smith. So they're better than them. In Madden terms. But if you look in real life, in my opinion, the best one is Minkah, 100%, hands down Minkah. Then the 1A, 1B is Jesse Bates. So I wouldn't be mad if they would have put Jesse Bates as like a 94, 95, and then Minkah as a 94, 93, or vice versa. Nobody would have mad if that was the 1 and the 2. And everybody else, thing is, nobody else would have cared who followed after them. Those are the best 2, so it should be like that. So, yeah, and also I know, I get it, but I know a lot of Bengals fans, Uncle Dustin was pissed when he don't even play Madden, but he was mad about the Joe Burrow rankings. Because, they had a lot of quarterbacks over Joe Burrow. A lot. But, his injury, stuff like that. But it's just, it's dumb. So
you guys want to switch topics for a little bit since we're going to wrap it up here early tonight?
Yeah.
So, just a few days ago, Saturday night, UFC 265 was underway. We saw Jose Aldo pick up a big victory in the bantamweight division. He dropped all the way down to bantamweight. What?
No, I was just talking about. I think it was Dion Lewis. His post fight interview. They was asking him like, did he hurt his rib, and he was like, oh no, I just got a little boo boo.
Well,
He was
he
after
actually.
the first round, he was
So
holding his rib,
yeah,
and it was like, did you hurt your rib? And he was like, no, I just got a little boo boo. So I was just
but
laughing.
so they had an interim heavyweight championship fight between Derek Lewis
Derek Lewis, not Dion. Sorry.
and Cyril Gane. Cyril Gane. It's Cyril Gane. Gane. I think it's Cyril Gane. I don't know. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm just gonna call him CG. CG was 9-0.
Yeah.
He had 9 and this is professional. This is not UFC. This is an entire MMA career. He had 9 wins, no losses. He's getting a heavyweight title fight, and he
won.
knocked
Yeah.
out Derek Lewis in the 3rd round. Knocked his ass out.
Yeah.
He is 10-0, and he is the heavyweight champion of the world until Francis Ngannou returns.
And then he'll be 10-1 because Nagano is just different.
Right, but actually, the great part is what I was seeing is that like the reason why he got the shot is because like he was okay, it's like one of those things where like let's say Jalen Green didn't pick up a basketball until senior year and then went crazy, and then the league was like, let's get basically he hasn't been fighting that long, but in those few fights he showed enough to get a championship spot. Like, he's an amazing fighter. Like, he's really, really talented, even though he's only 9-0. And I'm obviously proved he knocked out the guy that everyone thought was the clear-cut champion after Ngannou. Like, literally, that was everyone's pick after Ngannou, who should be a champion.
Sure, yeah.
So, and then he clean knocked him out. But obviously, everyone knows Ngannou's going to win. But not everybody knows. We all assume that. But the CG Gane, whatever his name is, people believe that he actually can beat Ngannou and stay at, the notorious heavyweight champion. Like, they believe he can obtain it for a while. But I obviously don't think that but also, like, to me, some people say the UFC is rigged or whatever. I don't think it is. But at the same time, this is the thing. For money's sake, Ngannou getting it back is way better for money than this guy keeping it. Because, like, I mean, it's obvious because they're going to make more money with an amazing fighter like him. And also, okay, John Jones versus Gane or Gane. What's going to make more money? That or John Jones coming back to fight Ngannou? What's going to make more money?
Nagano.
So,
Yeah. So it's better.
Here's the official card for UFC 266 coming up in
What, like 3 months?
September 25th.
Oh, next month.
Jessica Andrade is fighting. Good fighter.
Great.
Curtis Blades is fighting. We have Robbie Lawler versus Nick Diaz. That's going to be a great fight.
That's going to be a fun fight to watch.
Valentina Shevchenko is fighting, who's a fucking beast. And Alexander Volkanovski is fighting, and he's a fucking beast. And he's fighting Brian Ortega, who's a fucking monster, too.
Great
This is going to be a nice little card.
Yeah.
Yeah, the featherweights are going at it. And then Valentina Shevchenko is a fucking beast. She's a fucking dog. And then Robbie Lawler, Nick Diaz is just awesome. Robbie Lawler is one of my favorite fighters ever. Nick Diaz is just fucking crazy fucker. And that's just going to be a slugfest right there.
Yeah, so, if you guys don't keep talking, I was going to change the subject real quick because
Okay.
this happened just today. Luka, so we've seen Shea sign a big deal. We saw Trae Young and John Collins sign huge deals, but this is another huge one. So Luka Doncic signed the largest guaranteed supermax in rookie history. So it's guaranteed. This is the guaranteed supermax. 5 years for $207 million is guaranteed to Luka Doncic. And it's the biggest in history. Like, that's the biggest contract for rookie history.
And he's the highest paid overseas player of all time, ain't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Now,
that's,
now I do want to give a shout out. Shout out to the Atlanta Hawks. They offered John Collins a 5-year, $125 million deal. John Collins declined the deal and said that he wanted to weigh his options in free agency. Shout out to the Atlanta Hawks. When John Collins wasn't getting the numbers that he wanted, they did not reduce that contract. They kept it at 125 and let him sign for the money that he declined for. Shout
Yeah.
out to the Hawk for not fucking
So-
with John Collins because he declined that offer.
So look, one thing about me, after this, y'all, I swear to God, all my life, as soon as I get off of this, Jeffrey watched Summer League basketball. You know, I'm watching all the highlights because Summer League basketball played today. Jello got an and one I saw earlier. So far in Summer League, Jalen Green is obviously looking at the clear-cut rookie of the year. I'm be honest, I said it from day one. Jalen Green getting the shit done. He dropped 20. You know, he dropped 23 points, only 2 assists, but he's a 2 guard. But he had 23 points in his very first Summer League game on 50% shooting, and he was doing step back. He was doing some amazing shit. I'm going to keep it at that. And then one of my favorite players that I swear, still to this day, I'm pretty sure he actually still doesn't have a face scan in 2K. His name is Antonio Blakeney. I've been cheering for Antonio Blakeney in my whole entire life. He had a shot being a two-way player for the Bulls. He was a two-way player for the Lakers for a little while. But right now, the Portland Trail Blazers, who have the weird... Portland Trail... When I say the names on this Portland Trail Summer League team, you guys are going to fall out laughing. But he dropped 27 points. And he was 9 for 10, 7 for 7 from the free throw line, 2 for 3 from the three-point line for Portland. Had an amazing Summer League performance. But the Portland Trail Blazers Summer League team consists of him. They got Kenneth Faried, Michael Beasley, it's another player, like, they got some guys that, what the fuck are you doing? But yeah, Summer League now has nothing to do with age no more. It basically guys that don't have roster spots that get signed to compete for it. So basically, we can see if LeBron gets cut tomorrow, he can play Summer League and compete to be on a team. Even though his age. Because Ken Free's up there today, so is Michael Beasley. But they want roster spots. And also, I don't know if you guys seen, but everyone's saying that the Lakers got one of the biggest steals in draft history. Well, now obviously I'm not saying that much, but Mac McClung is going to be a dog. I mean, he's literally, he was a top player in the country in high school. They called him next white chocolate. I mean, he has like a 40-something inch vertical, and he committed to Georgetown. He transferred to Texas Tech. That's when he showed off his amazing defense. And then yeah, I mean, he had an amazing combine and fell all the way to the Lakers. And he's been going crazy in the Summer League. And then, this one funny stat line I want to throw out there. It said this is the funniest stat line from last season. Kelly Oubre shot 43.8% on layups last year. Curry shot 42% from 3. So the same amount of percentage Kelly Oubre shot on layups, Curry damn near shot from the 3-point line. Like, that's funny as hell. Like, just imagine that. And another crazy thing is, obviously, KD now has solidified himself from his Olympic performance as the best Olympic basketball player of all time. He surpassed Melo, surpassed every single Olympic basketball player to ever play the basketball in the Olympics. KD is now the best. He's the most scoring. He has everything. And obviously, that team was great. And I ain't gonna lie, watching that makes me, like, I feel like I'm so excited for guys like Jason Tatum. Yeah, it won't go, yeah. It makes me, I feel bad for that Spain team was supposed to be the team that either got gold or got silver. They were supposed to meet us in the championship, meet the U.S. Team USA in the championship, and get gold or silver. But guess what? Unluckily, they had to play us in the first round.
Yep.
So yeah, so they and that team was great. Ricky Rubio dropped like 42. He went crazy. Yeah. No, Rudy Gobert from France. France got silver.
Yeah, sorry.
Wait, no, France got bronze, I think.
No,
Yeah.
France got silver.
Oh yeah, France got silver. Yeah.
Serbia.
Yeah.
Got bronze
Yeah.
Because Luka Doncic led them to bronze.
Well, no, that's in Serbia. He played for Slovenia. That's who Luka played for. Yeah.
One of the
Yeah.
countries got
And then
Luka.
the France team had Rudy Gobert, Frank Ntilikina, Matisse Thybulle, Nicholas Batum, Matisse Thybulle. I mean, those notable names that play in the NBA that got it. But obviously, Team USA was every single NBA player. But watching that, KD was talking highly on all the young guys. But the guy he was like, the thing is, everyone thought D Book was gonna be the guy. No, Jason Tatum stepped up in the biggest moments and just went crazy. So like that's the guy I feel like I cannot wait for him to take over the league because I feel like Jason Tatum is gonna be a guy, multiple MVPs, championships. I feel like Jason Tatum could go crazy. And also, another funny thing now. I died laughing. So you guys know, like, you remember when the Lakers picked up Lonzo Ball and Kyle Kuzma, how LeBron James, he was his first year, like he came in the Lakers gear and he was sitting there watching. So no. I'm saying like during Summer League, he came and he was watching how NBA vets that come watch their young Summer League team compete. Everybody was getting weak because THT came and was watching the Lakers Summer League game, and he's younger than, I think it was like every single player on the Summer League team but one. He's younger than him. And THT came as a vet with a ring, like, coming to watch the youngest play. Like, bro, you're younger than everybody on that fucking team but one person. And you're coming like you're a vet. But, I mean, yeah, so
specifically for trade value. Maybe
Yeah,
not this
no,
year.
a lot. Yeah, obviously a lot of people believe it because I mean I'm pissed about that, but at the same time, I mean, yeah, because the Lakers this how they want to be. They want to be how the Chicago Bulls was back in the day. No real youth. We're just gonna get we're gonna get all the people that want to win now, and we're gonna compete every single year. Basically, they're gonna use the rest of LeBron's prime, to go for championships. So if this young player is gonna bring in a guy who will help win a championship, even though he can, but if losing him, bringing in a 42% shooter and Buddy Hield, or even bringing in fucking Bradley Beal for him or something like bringing in another star or multiple assets to the team for him, then they're going to do it. Because the Lakers want to win a championship until, they want to compete for a championship every single year until LeBron retires. They want to use the rest of his prime. Which I hate that because, I mean, we're going to look dumb because, look what San Antonio went through. San Antonio was an old team their whole entire prime. They were older than shit. The only young star they had, they traded in Kawhi Leonard, which they traded him when he was getting up there in age anyway. But still, they traded him away for a guy older than him and DeMar DeRozan. And yet, now look what they're asked. I feel like that's how the Lakers are going to be, because just like they used Tim Duncan till his prime was done, we're going to use the shit out of LeBron until he retires. We're going to use LeBron to try to win a championship. So if LeBron could get another one or another two, great. So we can have 19, but at the same time, it's like the future for the Lakers looks terrible.
Yeah. The one thing we forgot to talk about as we're wrapping up this podcast, we were talking about contracts and stuff, and the Colts and All-Pro linebacker Darius Leonard agreed to terms on a blockbuster 5-year, $99.25 million contract extension to make him the highest-paid inside linebacker, sources say. He gets $20 million per year over the first 3 years. The deal done by some person and Ethan Mock includes $52.5 million guaranteed.
No, but I could have sworn I heard. Obviously, everybody said big overpaid, but here's my.
Some person getting his paid. Some person is a goat.
Well, it's Malky Kawa.
No, yeah, I mean, my thing is that, okay, obviously I think Miles Leonard, he's coming up. I mean, Darius Leonard, he's coming up. He's gonna. I mean, he's a solid linebacker. Now, most paid, I don't know about that. But at the same time, it's like I could have swore I heard something.
He's the highest paid.
Right? Yeah. I could have. Yeah.
Oh, okay. You saying if he deserves it?
Yeah, no, yeah. My thing is like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I heard something saying he declined the first extension offer or whatever that they gave him. He declined it. So I mean, 9 times out of 10, like Austin said, why do you think Austin gave the shout out to the Hawks? Because what did the Suns do when Chris Paul declined the first offer? Gave him a bigger one. So it's like that's what people do. So I think.
I was saying it for the Hawks because usually if you give somebody, let's say you give them like the Hawks did. Jeffrey, I'm the owner. I offer you five for 120, 5 years, 125 million.
Right.
You say no, I think I'm worth that. I'm gonna decline that. Go to
right, and then I don't get nothing even close to that.
Yeah, and you're getting.
Yeah, so they'll lower it. Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're like, nah, we give you 5 for 100, but the Hawks are like, nah, man, we'll keep it 5 for.
Right, yeah, no, I get no, but at the same time, a lot of teams, like the Suns raised it. They wanted Chris Paul that bad that they rate Gumpers. They wanted it for like a 1-year deal, but then they raised it to bring him back. I'm pretty sure THT declined the first offer that the Lakers offered him. I'm pretty sure we tried to do some dumbass we tried to do like the qualifying offer, like the dumb little minimum, and he was like, no, I'm worth more than that. And obviously, I think we all can agree he's worth more than that. But yeah, so I mean, basically, with everything being said, it's like I feel like he declined. I'm pretty sure I heard something he declined it, but then they offered him more, and that's how he got that big of a deal. But I don't think Darius Leonard is a terrible linebacker. I think he's a really good linebacker, but I don't know if I don't think he's the best in the NFL. But the same thing with Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott the best quarterback in the NFL? No, but is he terrible? No, but he's the most paid, ain't he? And it's the same situation with that.
Yeah, he's the most paid. No, he's not the most paid anymore. Guaranteed. I think Josh Allen just passed him.
Right, which once again, well deserved because I don't know. To me, I don't know.
Josh Allen has the most guaranteed money in NFL history, but not the most money for total contract.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, $99.25 million is just an outrageously high especially for, can you imagine getting that as a linebacker though? That's like starting quarterback.
Yeah.
99.25. You're giving that to your quarter. I would offer that contract to like a fucking. Just coming off the top of my head, like maybe a Derek Carr. Like I could see Derek Carr getting that contract. You know what I'm saying? 5 years, 99.25 million.
I get okay. To me, once again, I'm gonna say there's another player I can see getting that is Baker Mayfield because the thing is he worth that? No, in my opinion. But at the same time, I feel like he's not worth more than that. So
Baker's gonna get into $2 billion.
he's gonna get $40 million a year.
Yeah, like
For 7 years.
They think he's an elite quarterback. They're gonna pay him.
They're gonna give him $40 million a year for 7 years. Dead ass, like the max years, max money, and then they're all gonna be sent back salty as fuck whenever we're gonna see. To me, I don't know about you guys, but let's all be honest. One of the least favorite things about sports now is that we see the same teams in the Super Bowl. The same players. LeBron changed teams, still in the Super Bowl. Tom Brady changed teams, still in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs are now the Warriors. It looks like. That's what I'm saying, championship, but still, like the Chiefs is now the next Golden State Warriors. They're not gonna win every single time, but most likely they're gonna be in it.
Yeah.
Unless Tom Brady or fucking Aaron Rodgers Aaron Rodgers? No, yeah, unless one of them two join the AFC, then yeah, we're gonna keep seeing the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Like that's all we're gonna see because once again I think the Bills got a chance, but we said the same fucking thing about the Rockets, and no, it's the same thing about the Rockets. Yeah, like I thought the Bills had it. I ain't gonna lie, Stephon Diggs. I feel like that at the end of his career, that 2020 season was the best year he will ever have in the rest of his career.
Shout out to Stephon Diggs though, because if you remember a year prior to Stephon Diggs signing with Buffalo from Minnesota. There was reports that Antonio Brown was going to get traded to Buffalo, and he refused. He said, I don't want to go to Buffalo. I'm not playing for Buffalo. And Stephon Diggs said, nah, fuck it. I'm going to play for Buffalo. And then they were in the AFC Championship game. Shout out to Stephon Diggs. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, but...
Great fantasy football player, too.
Yeah, so it's just... I cannot wait for fantasy, but okay, real quick about fantasy, real quick. So obviously, Dalvin Cook supposedly should be everyone's clear-cut number 1 overall pick in fantasy because Michael Thomas is hurt, so he's gonna get way more touches than he would. And in the same time, Austin, did you hear about me? Uncle Dustin was talking about on the phone. Everyone's saying that. Wait, what?
Alvin Kamara, not Dalvin Cook.
Oh yeah, Alvin Kamara. Yeah, Alvin Kamara. Yeah. Yeah, but still, yeah. So Alvin Kamara is supposed to be everyone's number 1 overall pick because he's going to get way more touches. And also, I've been hearing Taysom Hill is going to be a starting quarterback because they're going to have to be or most likely because it's a run-heavy offense. They don't have no wide receiver core no more. With their best players out, so basically it's going to be a run-heavy offense. So the Taysom Hill starter, and a lot of people believe that he's going to be the starter. So obviously, that I'm glad we pushed our draft out the August 22nd, so we will most likely know 100% by then or have a really good idea. But still, I mean, I've been seeing everyone saying, what is it? Trotman is the tight end's name. Is that the Saints tight end? Is it his name's like something Trotman? Is the Saints starting tight end now?
Trotman?
Yeah, it's something like that. I believe that's a starting tight end. Cause I'm pretty sure the last guy's gone.
Jared Cook, Josh Hill, Jimmy Graham, and Benjamin Watson. Or not Benjamin Watson. Why did I typed in Saints tight end? It pulled up American football tight end. I fucking hate this. All right, I'm going to the New Orleans depth chart. Tight end. Yeah, Adam Trotman.
Yeah. That's the starter. Adam Trotman is I could saw his name on fantasy football. Yeah, he's gonna be the starter. So everyone's saying that he's gonna be a 2nd round pick because he might get a lot of touches. And also, what's the backup receiver name that's now a starter? Everyone's saying he's also would be. And if you pick him up in rounds 3 or 4, yeah, if no, number 11, I'm pretty sure is Dante Harris. I believe his name is, not him.
Raekwon Smith, number 10.
No, Yeah. I know the first name. Yes, Traquan. Yeah. So everyone's saying he would be an amazing, third, fourth round, maybe fifth. If you could pick him up in the fifth round to steal, because we don't know Mike. We've heard that Michael Thomas could be back week 5 through 11. So nobody really knows. So basically, if you pick say you get Alvin Kamara, and the first 5 weeks Alvin Kamara might have an amazing career, amazing fantasy. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like, but also, what the Saints gonna do? Can the Saints defense carry them to a solid enough record for when Michael Thomas comes back? They can offense can get it together. So like, is the Saints a playoff team or not?
From Dayton University.
You said what?
Sorry, of Dayton. Shout out Michael Trotman, coming from a Division II University of Dayton program.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what. It's crazy, but. Yeah, I've seen a lot of things about our fantasy. Like, certain players are going to be worth so much more, and also players that they say stay away from. Obviously, everyone now we talked about him today. Kenny Galladay's a player to stay away from, because everyone thinks he's going to be this clear-cut number one guy, and he's not. I mean, Darius Slayton, Sterling Shepard. I mean, John Ross is getting way more touch than I thought. They have a rookie that they want to get in there a lot. So it's like, it also they're a run first team.
Didn't they draft a receiver in the first round?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. His from Florida.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I've heard a lot of things about, like, don't draft Ezekiel Elliott so high because they're talking about giving
Kadarius Toney.
Yes, thank you.
I'm saying, like, Kenny Galladay is a clear-cut number one, but Sterling Shepard's right behind him. Darius Slayton's a really good guy. John Ross is gonna get a lot of touches. They still have Pettis gets the job done. He has for in the past, and then they draft a wide receiver in the first round who's gonna get touches too, and they're the run first team with Saquon Barkley being back. So it's like Kenny Galladay is a player to stay away from.
They're a run first team if Saquon can stay healthy.
Right, but okay, but I mean, still, you're gonna lose. Not lose, but to get Kenny Galladay at the same fucking level as you're gonna take a guy like Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, and those guys in fantasy. Kenny Galladay is a guy that you get him in a fifth, sixth round. Okay, we're talking. But you get him in the first 3, terrible pick, because he's not that clear cut number one guy.
Facts.
And also another big player they say stay away from is DJ Chark. Because DJ Chark's supposed to have a big year or whatever, but he was a number 2 last year. Yeah, he was a number 2 guy behind Chenault got a lot of touches, and so did Dede Westbrook.
Yeah, I think
Yeah. So
Jamal gets a lot of touches.
yeah, right. And also they draft a guy who's better than who literally plays the same exact way as DJ Chark, and is a more seasoned vet to help a young rookie quarterback like Trevor Lawrence and Marvin Jones Jr. They're the same player. DJ Chark and Marvin Jones are the same caliber player. Like play-wise. And then you have Chenault. They bring in Philip Dorsett, Jamal Agnew. But Jamal Agnew gonna be a special team guy anyway. But still, so
a lot of fantasy experts say, it's not always true, but a lot of fantasy experts say that when you have a rookie quarterback coming in, you usually want to look at the tight end, because that's usually their favorite option in the first couple weeks, because them little short dink and dumps. You know what I'm saying?
And also supposedly, look.
Stop.
Wait, go ahead.
No.
I said fantasy experts.
No.
I'm not saying it's always true, and I don't believe it's true either.
No. Stop. You're trying to make a case to draft Tim Tebow. Shut the fuck up.
No, Tyler Eifert would be the starting guy. Tyler Eifert gonna be the starting guy. But another.
He's not on the roster.
Oh, I thought he was.
No, Tyler Eifert does not play for Jacksonville.
No, it's O'Shaughnessy and then Tebow.
Oh yeah, O'Shaughnessy. Yeah, that's what I meant. I would not mean Eifert. No, but yeah. So but anyway, a lot of people were saying that basically teams to 100, even they're saying teams that 100% stay away from any player on that team is the Lions, because everyone's saying Jared Goff is gonna shit the bed and be terrible. And my thing is that a player that I value high on the team, that I feel like could be a good fantasy player, and was last year with T.J. Hawkinson. I think T.J. Hawkinson could be like, bro, he's a top.
Not even. No, but in DeAndre Swift, you can't count out my boy D Swift.
Yeah, no. DeAndre Swift's one of my favorite players in the NFL. De'Aaron knows how much I love. DeAndre Swift's my favorite player in the fucking NFL. But bad thing about him is that they drafted a running back that's just gonna help get snaps. He's gonna get snaps, and they brought in Jamal Williams, who was a clear-cut number 2, who was looking for a number 1 job.
Right.
From Green Bay. So they're bringing him in, and he's going to take snaps away from him. So it's like DeAndre Swift might not be the clear-cut number one anymore. So it's like that, like literally, they make a case for everybody. They made, I don't forget what they said. Basically, the reason why you want to stay away from Hawkinson, because obviously Hawkinson is like the best player on the team, like fantasy-wise. I mean, he's going to give you the most out of any player on the fucking team. But they say stay away from him because terrible quarterback. So,
Already.
yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, so.
Yep.
Got a bedtime.
I do have a bedtime.
No, yeah, we appreciate everybody for coming out to another episode. And, well, hold on, wait. When does the preseason officially kick off?
Sunday.
Yeah, but is this
Thursday.
so this Thursday?
Yeah, I think it's this Thursday.
Okay. Yeah. So basically, next time we'll talk to y'all. Well, it's some football be played. Obviously, it's not regular season football just yet, but more football other than one game would have been played. So yeah. So
Thursday, August 12th is the first at 7:30 p.m. Ooh, 7:30 p.m. Pittsburgh, Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Preseason,
But
but
once again, the Cowboys had hella starters on the field, and we had none, and we whooped their ass. So I mean, feel me?
And
I'm just saying,
can
it's
we
first
just take a
clip
minute to
Jalen Hurts
appreciate
against
the
that.
Steelers?
No. Wait, what'd you say?
I said,
We- Oh.
it's gonna be our first glimpse.
Oh, yeah, no,
It's
yeah.
gonna be a quarter or at least a drive.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I heard what you said, Austin. Yeah. So, but not starting Pittsburgh defense. We didn't play no fucking starters on defense.
Well, that was because they just started training camp a few weeks ago.
Right. I don't.
They're gonna get people out there even for a series or two.
Nah,
That
but
way you gotta
you're
get
not gonna
people.
see. You're not gonna see TJ Minka, none of them.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. TJ Watt's got to hit somebody that's not a Pittsburgh Steeler. He's gonna go absolutely insane if you don't let him get on the field and hit somebody in a different uniform.
Yeah,
You
but
don't let him get out there.
I ain't gonna lie.
It's just
Pittsburgh history. We don't play no. We don't play no starters all 3 games. Like you know what I'm saying. You play some first half. No. We never did that. We don't. But you like you say you might.
Get him out there.
But
for a
we probably
series.
most likely we not.
Right. Let him hit some people that are not wearing Pittsburgh fucking helmets.
I'm-
And just let him get out there and do his thing. Just
look,
for a series.
There's a 75% chance we're not, but 25% chance we probably will put him out there or any starter. Like we try our best not to play starters, especially when. But starting quarterback, you won't see Big Ben. You definitely won't see Big Ben.
All play
But what I
football
was
our
gonna
whole life.
say,
Hold on.
Jeffrey,
We've
was,
all played
can we just
football.
take a minute to
Hold on.
appreciate the Steelers?
We've all played football our whole lives. We all been through 2-a-days, and you get to a fucking point where you're just like, I don't care who it is. I just want to play somebody that's not us.
Shit, not me.
So
you know, Nah, not really, because I mean, I don't know. Practice to me, playtime. I never like every team we've been like that. That's why all the teams I played on did not take shit serious, and we didn't do hitting drill. I haven't done a hitting drill since like 6th grade, so really, I didn't really care. It's just game. No, yeah, I'm saying like so. Like, yeah, I definitely wanted to play game. I wanted to get to games, but since I wasn't like thirsty to do scrimmages or nothing, I was just chilling.
Yeah, we didn't really do scrimmages much either, but I mean, everybody does a scrimmage at least once when they're practicing before the season starts.
Right? Yeah, no. At Talawanda, we had 4 preseason scrimmages, 4 in like a week before week 1. Like we played Hamilton, Roger Bacon.
I'm not talking about other teams.
Oh, like I'm saying.
I'm talking about inter squad scrimmage.
No, yeah. No. That was every day.
Before the season starts.
That was every single we did that every single day. And thing is, yeah.
You're just like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. Let's play a team that's not us.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What would you say, De'Aaron?
But I was just gonna say, can we appreciate the Steelers, because next time we get on this podcast, they'll have 2 preseason games under their belt, and most teams in the NFL haven't even played preseason yet. And they already have 2.
And also, I'd be appreciated for winning the first game, because everyone was talking the most stuff about how Dallas was going to beat us stuff. And Austin wasn't right, because obviously Dak wasn't out there, but Zeke got snaps. Like, we saw a lot of Dallas starters, and you didn't see, obviously now Najee Harris technically going to be a starter, but he's a rookie, so he's going to play. You didn't see no Pittsburgh starters. All right, like you saw no Pittsburgh starters for real, besides Najee and obviously our rookie offensive lineman. Everybody else were just guys trying to make the roster. So it's like, and we won. Like, so De'Aaron, I hope y'all scared, because we only gave up 3 points. I mean, our fifth team gave up 3 points. So Philadelphia, y'all not scoring a lick. Sorry, nah, I'm fucking with you.
That's cool, because I just want I like preseason because we get to evaluate our talent. We get to see where everybody's at.
Right.
That's what I'm looking at it as.
So
I want to see that one snap of starters, see where our starters are at.
Nah, I heard you, but I ain't gonna lie, De'Aaron, for some reason I feel like Philadelphia, you're not gonna. It's gonna be more than one snap. I think Jalen Reagor probably gonna be out there a lot. Fogelman's gonna be out there a lot. Smith's gonna be. Well, Smith can't play, but Jalen Hurts probably gonna be out there like probably the whole first quarter. But I feel like you guys have a lot of young guys that need to prove their 100% starting spots on the team. So I feel like you guys are gonna go starters though. Basically, you guys are gonna do what Dallas did. You're gonna do like 85% starters for like the first half or first quarter, and then you're gonna put because it's the first game too anyway. So yeah, so that's what y'all gonna do.
I'm excited to see that running back room. We got Boston Scott, we got Miles Sanders, we got Kenneth Gainwell, we got Kerryon Johnson. I'm just excited to see our running backs actually get to suit up, play a different team, see how they're actually going to compare. Because I'm really high on this running back room, and I want them to shine. So I want to see how they do against a good defense.
Well, yeah, decent defense because it's a third. What?
First episode of Hard Knocks. Hey, this is my favorite time of the year.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I've never watched that shit before. I heard of it, never watched that shit before.
Hard Knocks is the shit. Is the fucking
Ain't it?
shit.
Ain't it like the inside of a team?
Yes, it's the whole training camp. Like you watch the meetings, you watch the scrimmage.
I get that, but I damn near watch all that shit anyway.
Like you're like they have the cameras in the room when they cut people. So
Yeah.
you get to watch the interactions with that. You watch what they do before the preseason games, after the preseason games, how they break shit down.
Yeah, no, yeah, I know. Yeah.
It's literally like football orgy, and it just fucking is amazing.
No, yeah, no.
I love every aspect about it.
No, yeah. No, I know. I saw hella clips about it though. I saw like because there was a clip where they told the guy like, you're getting traded. He started crying like, can I call my mama? And he was talking like he's moving or whatever. The guy that got traded from Miami. But I saw clips of it and shit. But at the same time, it's like I don't know. To me, my most
Go on there right now. You can go on. You got HBO Max, right?
yeah.
Go on HBO Max. They got some seasons on there. Just watch a couple episodes of it. It's basically like Last Chance U, but NFL version.
Yeah.
In training camp.
No, but you know what I'm saying. My favorite part about Last Chance, like I remember the very first season of Last Chance U, I had to go back and rewatch because I skipped every part that won football. Cause I give fuck less. I only liked the football part. So literally, I already watched everybody training camp and highlights and watching the clips and everything, like and watching the full training. I've already watched all that. So to me, that'd be the main part I want to see. And I'm pretty much already saying. But still, I'm watching it. I gotta watch it. I mean, I got to.
It's
gonna be lit.
In there too. But also, what they do is they always get like an underdog. They follow somebody that is on the cut. You don't know if they're gonna make the roster, or you don't know if they are or aren't. And they like you get their life backstory. You watch them bust their ass in practices. In the preseason, when they show the preseason game highlights, you watch them. If they make a couple plays, you're like, you're pumped up. Like they had one guy, not Reggie Bullock, something Bullock with Tampa Bay when they did Tampa Bay a few years ago. He was a linebacker from Michigan State. Played okay, had some ups, had some downs. Didn't make the roster, but got a practice squad spot. And you feel like that sense of accomplishment when that guy makes it. Even if it's practice squad.
Yeah. No, but I'm definitely watching because like I am interested. Like I'm basically saying like to me, it's like I'm gonna have to watch it to get so excited you guys are. I'm kind of like mellow about it, but I would say like I said, I went back and watched that Last Chance U season and every single other one I watched. Like the whole entire thing. And the thing is, I watch them in one day. Like as soon as like it'll say, oh, it's coming out. Like the basketball, I watched it one day. It said, oh, it's coming out August 10th. August 10th, I'm sitting there. And I watch episode 1 through 6 or whatever it is, and I don't stop until it's like I don't stop watching until it's over. Like that's what I do. Like and it's hella lit. So like yeah, I'm definitely gonna be interested about that. But also that was just JUCO college. I was interested. So obviously it's gonna be more going on when it's an NFL team. So yeah.
And they show the highlights of practices and they show the highlights of the preseason games. And they have all the coaches, especially the head coach, is mic'd up during every preseason game. So you get to hear, like when somebody misses a tackle, you can hear them go the fuck off. Hey, they fucking missed the tackle, blah blah blah, and they start going off, bro. It's so entertaining to me.
All right, I think that's gonna go ahead.
Hold on. Oh yeah, you can wrap it up.
Yeah. For the podcast, thank you guys for coming out. And
yeah, we appreciate everybody. Yeah, we like you said, we appreciate everybody that came out. Thank you for watching. You know, appreciate y'all for real. And some more football gonna be played by the next episode. We're gonna get closer to our fantasy draft, so we'll probably have more to talk about then. And yeah, we'll catch y'all on the next one.